It's... What is up, guys? It is Sunday evening. We don't normally do shows on Sundays, but some news dropped today from the Mirror in the UK, and it really got a lot of discussion going. And some of it, you know, I have a specific kind of view on it. Keith has an interesting, he always has an interesting view on these situations. And so I'm always happy to, because he and I don't argue. We don't argue. We never argue. We don't fight. We discuss things, and we either convince each other or we don't. But for some reason, Keith and everybody else that was going to join us on our discussion are late. So it is just the two of us right now. And we are basically, oh, well, there's Dork. Yeah.
Oh, hey, man.
Hi, everybody.
For the last couple of minutes, are we live?
Yes.
Oh, shit. For the last couple of minutes, I better hide all this. For the last couple of minutes, I've been trying to get my freaking mic to work, and it was, don't pick on me. It would the cord was.
You can't tell me to do that, dude.
Okay.
Seriously.
Have you tried turning on
what I do is I
the cord wasn't plugged into my, because I was doing some work earlier and I unplugged the mic so I could plug in a USB drive thing, and I forgot to plug it back in. So I'm like, why is this working? And like, then I finally figured it out. So hey, hi, sorry I'm late.
No problem. War Monkey says, and I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Gap Stargate is here. Das Wolfen is here. And Deleted Scenes is here. This is an impromptu show. I don't expect a big turnout.
Is there a link? Can you, so I can at least be in the chat too, so I can.
Yeah, let me hold on a second. Let me.
That's how short notice this is. Ugh.
Yeah, let me.
I just got this hat.
Posted it. Hold on. Let me see if I posted it. Yes, I did. Where's that?
I just got this hat from the Salty Nerd. I wore it one time. I wore it at a convention, and I've already ruined it. You see it from sweating at the convention. See all the salt on it? But I figured I'd embrace it because they're the Salty Nerd. So it's like, whatever.
Here we go. Embed tweet. I will copy the link for you. And I will put it in our private chat.
Cool deal.
On Twitter. So let me go in there. Where's that? It's under TGIF PCM. There you go. Boom. Post. Paste the link. There you go. You can share that link all you want. So anyway, War Monkey says, fun fact. Hi, CC. Hi. When I was in Mexico, several Mexican girls wouldn't believe me when I swore I wasn't Hugh Grant. I even showed them my driver's license, and they thought it was a fake. That is funny. Hugh Grant as Doctor Who. No, thank you. Well, he already was in one of the comedy specials. Rowan Atkinson, him, and I forget the female actress that played the Doctor.
Absolutely fabulous. Was it Saunders? I forget her first name.
Hey, Martin Acosta Santana. Deleted Scene, you're more than welcome to be on the show, dude. You got the link in the private chat, dude. It's good to see all you guys out there, man. So I'm going to share this article and read it. Giggity, giggity. Share screen.
May we say he's the Owl Doctor? You know, Doctor Who.
Well, as I've been joking, he's Dr. Hugh. Oh, there we go. There's Floral.
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. I checked out Doctor Who during Capaldi's run and was not enjoying it for a while. Anyways, before that, I'm a Jelly Belly dude and been a fan since I was 5 years old. F you, Moffat. Moffat was a good showrunner, terrible when he was show running and writing. He was also a really good writer when he wasn't show running. He just couldn't do both at the same, like chewing and walking at the same time. He couldn't write and show run. That's Moffat's problem.
I used to say Moffat is the Gallifreyan word for death.
Moffat. So the article from the Mirror goes, exclusive Hugh Grant tipped to be new Doctor Who in Marvel style makeover for hit show, which sounds awful to me. But Keith, when he shows up, I really want to get his perspective on this because he had a different opinion about Sony, that Sony will bring quality to the show and is not going to allow it to be woke. They will be more about commercial success over wokeness. So I'm like, okay, maybe you have a point there, but I'm still not going to be happy if they do a Marvel style big production thing. Because, Doctor Who was always good because it was an individual show. It's him and his companions trying to get out of a situation, and Doctor Who always wins. The people with Doctor Who always win.
Well, who are the executives in particular? Because is it
Russell
going to be
T. Davies, who brought Doctor Who back in the 2000s, is in charge. He's the new showrunner, and I wished he'd never left. We would have never gotten this garbage. All these problems, and Moffat was part of the problem because he allowed too much of that shit. He'd make promises with his mouth that his ass couldn't keep, promising a super scary Cybermen episode, and it wasn't fucking scary. Oh man.
Here's Moffat as a writer, at least, because he had like Jekyll and Hyde TV series before like Doctor Who.
Yeah, I've wanted to watch it because I like the actor.
Yeah, well, here's the problem with Moffat, and this went into his era with it. If you put him to a single thing where it's like your story needs to end, he will have it. He will pull up. But if he has a series, and this is what happened in the Jekyll and Hyde series he did, he will keep setting things up as mysteries and then never pay them off. Like, in essence, it's like, why is there a crack in this room thing going? Oh, because of this thing, which we've introduced another mystery, which we will not really go into until the end of the thing. So I'm just literally losting the audience.
Well, he did the same thing with Sherlock. What's that, buddy?
Sorry, because I admitted I don't know shit about shit. I thought your thumbnail was a joke. If I'm a little slow here. Is Hugh Grant because he did a thing like a parody of Hugh Grant in 2017?
That's this exclusive. Hugh Grant is supposedly tipped to be the new
after doing a parody of it like 5-6 years ago.
No, it was like 20 years
2008, like 15.
I thought it was older than that. I thought it was back in 99.
Oh, no, it was 2011.
Oh, you know what? No, I think you're right. I think it's like you're right. I was in college. So yeah, I was in college.
Yeah, Floral.
No, I was just wondering, what do we have a problem with Hugh Grant, or is this just more?
No, I just think it's funny. I thought that I just realized this is me realizing.
I actually really have no problem with him.
The thumbnail was a joke, but
my problem is what I read down here in the story that I was unaware of. That Davey is said to be backed by BBC Worldwide Commercial and Sony Pictures TV, which bought a majority stake in Wolf Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And I read that and I was like, what the fuck? I'd not heard this before.
That's my question. That's my question with this is that who's actually calling the shots? Is it going to be Sony or is it
he is the showrunner, but he's under their control. So that is the question. So when we hear things like Marvel style makeover, I am seeing Sony, but it could be very well that Sony is saying to Russell P. Davies, here's a check, fill in the number, get it done, make a show the way you would like to make it and make it big because we want this to be big in America. It's already big here. I would say about 25% of my friends are Doctor Who fans, or Whovians, as we call ourselves.
I don't think that. It's pretty niche, though, right?
Well, when you get to 25%, yeah, it's kind of niche.
It was becoming very mainstream in the early 2000s, especially with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because the first season was on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay, when you say first season, because this is another thing that I always get confused about.
Series.
The
what
first
they call them
season
in-
of the new reboot.
So not the
With
shit
Chris-
from the
with
70s.
Chris
or
Eccleston.
60s.
No, well, that's always been
Destro?
available. Yeah, Destro. Chris
Destro
Eccleston.
was Doctor Who?
Yeah, he was. He is, and I used to get mad at people when they would shit on him. I'm like, we would not have the current Doctor
We can
Who
see your
if not
Cohen's
for
Ghost
Eccleston.
email address, buddy. You might want to close that.
I don't care.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Those are emails
Yeah,
that are
Marvel style
public. They are
makeover.
public.
I mean, we did have Eccleston in Thor: The Dark World, which more people would know if anyone actually watched that movie.
Yeah, well, and he hated that role.
And he had a problem with Russell T Davies and the BBC, which is why he left and only did one season. He ran into a conflict with them because his interest in Doctor Who, and I think that every actor should have an interest in what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
And he apparently wanted something more from his character, and they wanted to go in a different direction. And that pissed him off, and so he didn't agree to do anymore.
While you have that up on the screen, I just wanted to say, hey, Tim, I'm sorry. I was so burnt out. I'm sorry I didn't join the thing last night when I said I would. Before my event, which was from 5 to 10, which was extremely successful, by the way. It was amazing. I was working up until I had to leave. In fact, I had to Uber there because I don't
Are you
drive.
writing a fucking book?
Sorry. No, anyway, I'll get with you later, bro. Sorry. Anyway.
You kill me.
Can I
dude.
just say something?
Yeah.
Can we just do a throwback here? Can I just say, like, I don't. When it was sitting like that, I thought it'd be funny to say, I don't think so, Tim, because I was poking my head up. Never mind.
And we all want to say hello to Tim. Tim, we love you, buddy. Good to see you in the chat.
Floral, are you doing this like? Is this like you with a puppet and a green screen, like a Muppet type thing? Like you're doing this yourself?
Yeah, man.
That's fucking cool. I'm gonna steal that. I might do that.
I work out.
That is absolutely the kind of question I would expect from a stoner.
Well, it is a big rock, right? That's kind
So,
of
like,
right.
Are you a Muppet and the background is fake?
Yeah.
Hey man, it looked like he could have been real. Guys, don't judge, man. This is good shit.
You're running down a hallway. You turn left. You turn right.
A felt Moffat lives in a felt world. The Muppet screams.
There's
Is
a
the world
Muppet
made of
I
him,
want
or
to
is he
create.
made of the world? He screams. but
I
he does
want
not
to
know.
create a Stephen J. Moffat Muppet. And I'll do his voice. I'll fucking do it. I will meet you guys because I have now a bunch of puppet friends, and I think it's fucking weird.
Hey, we're taking commissions, guys. So I mean, bring it on.
Fucking A, dude.
You do a
Give me your
Muppet
chat.
Muppet?
No,
live.
in the private chat, send me a link if you're not kidding, because I can make that happen out here in Vegas. Because I've
Are
been
you talking
thinking
to
about
me?
doing it. Because I'm talking to the Muppet, Floral, I guess. I'm serious, man. You drop your info in there if you're not kidding about that commissions thing, because people love this, and I get hit up all the time. Hey, can you do this? So much so, this is how I got into voice acting. So much so, I'm just trying to do it myself now. So I have like a little, I'm practicing with Cookie Monster,
Hey,
but like
Parrot.
I could get you business if you're being serious, man. So
As
Yeah,
S Singh
I'm
has
listeners.
joined the chat.
yeah.
If you ever do a
Assalamu alaikum.
Muffet,
He's not
God, that's a tongue
Muslim.
twister.
He's Sikh.
No. But you're going to have to be very careful because the Muffet will never get to the fucking point. We'll just go on and on.
Assalamu alaikum to a Sikh.
Also, alaikum salam. Oh, you were repeating me. Sorry.
Muffet.
No, it's making fun of you for it. It's like you
Okay.
just said assalamu alaikum to a Sikh.
Also,
I'm
alaikum
like,
salam. I don't want to be rude, man.
ah.
I try to respect it all.
Hey Ash, how
Got
you
the
doing,
lovely
buddy?
Sherry down the chat too.
Well,
If
looky
all
there, the
will.
lovely Sherry.
Gary loves her. a lot.
it's the
Oh, I do. I
sensational
love her.
Sherry.
She posts some of the most fucking deviant shit that I've ever seen.
She
Am I
does.
not in
She
on that
does.
thread? Because you said that the other day, and I don't think I'm seeing these things. I don't think.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
it's
there's the
on
Cotton
it's on
Connection
Cotton's. It's mostly on Cotton's group.
Okay.
So, War Monkey, yes, of course. Hello to the lovely Sherry. CJ says, if Hugh is the doctor, it will work. It will work for me. It will piss me off the self-righteous weirdos because it's look, I like Hugh Grant. I don't give a shit that he got a blowjob from some girl in an alleyway 20 years ago.
That,
You know,
people still talk about. No, here's my
I mean,
thing.
I
Here's
fucking did that when I was younger too.
I don't want people.
You did that to a guy in the.
No, I got one. Shut up.
So Bridget Jones blowjob.
You set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
Well, if it really had happened, I'd hire Peter Parker to bring me pictures.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I was looking at the private chat, and what was that video link to, Shinotsky?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was the Hugh Grant thing when Bill Nye goes in and Hugh Grant.
Oh, yeah. Let me
Because I shared that.
yeah, let me
thinking
share
it
that
was
with everybody here. Copy
this
link. I'm going to put that in the group chat here. Comment. Here you guys go. Go see that comic special for Doctor Who.
Yeah,
That's my whole. That's my whole point. Like, I don't have a problem with Hugh Grant doing it. I just think it's freaking hilarious that 20 years ago, he kind of like there was some. You know what I mean? It's just kind of a full circle thing. He does this.
Yeah, well, he
parody.
was engaged to a gorgeous English actress. I forget her name offhand now, but I used to really have a thing for her. And he cheated on her with a hooker, and in an alleyway, and got caught.
So
yeah, man, I don't even like. You know what? You shouldn't even perpetuate that. You shouldn't bring it up anymore. You know, I'd managed to forget that. Now that you mentioned, I'm vaguely remembering it. Just like another thing,
I
I'd
just
managed
don't think
to
it's a thing.
forget.
I really don't think that's a thing.
It
It's like
shouldn't be a
George
thing.
Michael getting head in a fucking public restroom. I don't
Or
fucking care.
or Eddie Murphy picking up a transvestite.
No,
I mean,
no,
like, why
on
do
the
we have to bring
contrary.
this
No,
up?
that shit's funny. I don't care who you are, motherfucker. That shit's funny.
I unfortunately know all the details of the George Michael because there's a video some guys did where they went into the actual bathroom and recreate the position. So it was that he was like banging a guy in the
So is
actual
this the one that
bathroom.
got away? Is that what that comment meant for Hugh Grant?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
some-
he was engaged with Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, Elizabeth
no,
Hurley,
not
that's
Elizabeth
her.
Hurley. The
No.
that
Oh,
he
it was.
turned down Doctor. Yeah, this one, is that true? Because if that's true, then,
I wouldn't be surprised because he was trying to be a movie actor. And movie
Okay.
actors tend to not want to look at TV
so this
because
could
they
be-
know
well,
they're
then-
going to get typecast.
Then he's probably
And-
going to fucking crush it. I might actually watch Doctor Who if he gets it.
Yeah,
knowing
well,
that.
here's
I'm
the
going to
thing,
give it a
he's gonna-
try because I like Davies and I like Hugh Grant. My problem is the involvement of Sony Pictures Television.
Why?
think
I mean, the
course
BBC
correction.
made it woke as fuck. Don't you think Sony will dial it back a bit?
Well, no,
Sony's been really
they're
course correcting
they're
everything.
talking about marveling it up. So they want a Marvel style reboot. Or
What does that even
makeover.
mean? Their version of Marvel or Marvel's
Epic,
version of Marvel?
Doctor
Epic,
Strange shows up with
big, a
portals.
lot of effects.
I got
a lot of-
mute me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Mute yourself, brother. There's a mute button.
he doesn't know how to work that shit. He's high. Let's see. I make fun of him when he's high. I think that's why I have him on, just so I can fuck with him when he's high.
See,
how about-
honestly,
Beating off. Yeah, I remember the joke I made. I said, Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventures coming in a theater near you. You know, that was back in the early 90s. I was still in the Army. They're going to have to do a whole hell of a lot to get. Look, the fact is, I've said they needed to give it a 10-year break, 5 to 10 years. Because they did that in the 90s. You know, Doctor Who, that last guy, McCoy, I did not like him as the Doctor. I did not enjoy his run. I didn't like the writing as much. I didn't like the stories. So I think it took the break. And then they did the Fox pilot movie back in 96.
I actually saw it when it premiered on. It was like, oh,
I did
Doctor
too.
Who.
I got all excited.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. But it just fell short, you know. And I got to be honest, I forget his name. Oh my God. Famous sister, that actress, and his daughter's an actress. He played oh my God, I'm having brain farts out the wazoo right now.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Alzheimer's. That's the disease. Thanks.
Welcome.
Basically, he played the main villain from Doctor Who. that always kept
Master.
popping up. The Master, thank you. And it was terrible casting, absolutely terrible casting. I didn't like the effects that were done. It was really bad TV effects. And but being Doctor Who, you're used to that. So, you know, the story was kind of weak, but it was good. It was a really good story, and I thought the guy did a fantastic job as the Doctor. And I'm glad that they brought him back in the story of the War Doctor, that he's the one who became the War Doctor. And they also brought him back to do audiobooks or audio stories for the Doctor. And so he's gotten a whole run. So we got to have him, see him or hear him as a Doctor. Really good actor. I did some artwork of him and as the Doctor, and I'm very fond of that piece. McGann, yeah, thank you.
Can I just throw this out there though?
Yeah, man, Thor, go for it.
I know that you think they need a break, but truthfully, no one's been watching Doctor Who for the last 3 years.
Yeah, see,
right?
that's a good argument. That's a very
so that
good
factors
argument.
in. And if you bring in some like HUGH,
Sorry about that.
you're gonna get a whole fresh thing of star power. So it's basically kind of like artificially you do have like a 5-year gap, and you'll get guys like me who'd be willing to probably give it a shot, knowing that it's going.
Or guys
all
like
direction.
me who'd be willing to give it a shot who never did, because the last 4 or 5 years, every time somebody's ever shown me an episode, I can't sit through it. I mean, I'm just not
It's just
entertained,
terrible.
you know.
I mean, really, to be honest with you, some of the previous Doctor was rough to watch, but he really did a
Well,
good
who's the
job
guy that
bringing
everybody
second
always
season.
raves about? That was
David Tennant.
David Tennant.
yeah, that guy, David Tennant. Like, I guess probably maybe should I?
And a lot
ever
of people
watch
like
that,
Matt
or-
Smith too. My daughter was a fan of both of them. She grew up on David
Who
Tennant.
was the
and
first?
Matt
Who
Smith.
did it? Like who?
And this was
Chris
a
Eccleston
problem.
before them.
No,
This
I mean,
was
what
a
was the
problem with
order?
their thinking. This is a problem with thinking of like, oh, we're going to attract a new like female audience, because a lot of the women I knew got into Doctor Who because they found David Tennant hot. Like that's what got it. So the main female lead was actually like the male eye candy, like, you know. Or
That's
even
interesting.
like,
I didn't know that.
even like Captain
But
Jack.
hasn't that always been the case?
It is, but think about it. They thought they were going to get female audience by making Dr. Woman because aspirational figure. It's like, no, they lost a lot of the male audience because they were calling them sexist, and they lost the female audience because they took away the hot dudes.
Wow, you know, go figure. Like, what happened? Like, you guys know about all this G4 bullshit. Now it's not. It's like X Player or whatever. Like, you've heard about. I'm sure. Did you guys ever cover this or know anything about what I'm talking about?
No, but I want to go back and
Okay, never mind then. Same thing happened
before we go. I want to go back to the chat and say hi to everybody. I want to thank you, Dust Wolfen. Paul McGann was the 8th Doctor, and Rusty. Welcome to the show, Rusty. Eric Roberts was the actor I couldn't think of. Julia Roberts is his sister, and Emma Roberts is his daughter.
Oh, you never answered the question. Who was first as Doctor?
Well, I got it right here on the screen. Right here.
Shit.
This is
Okay.
the first order. William
Okay.
Hartnell was the first. Patrick
Okay.
Troughton took over, and John Pertwee, the father of Sean Pertwee, who was Alfred on the series Gotham.
He was also the one that used martial arts, which
yes, and that's what the anime. I assume that's who the anime was
which
doing.
guy?
This guy, I'm mousing over him. See my mouse?
Yeah, because James
He
Bond
was
was
Alfred?
getting big around that time.
No, his son was Alfred.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
So yes, the Doctor actually knows martial arts. They just never decide to have him do it after the third one.
Right. Now, the 4th Doctor, who is my doctor, is Tom Baker. He's the one I watch the most. And even though he's not listed here and he's not part of the canonical number, is Grand Moff Tarkin. Jeez, I just forgot it. Peter Cushing.
Peter Cushing.
He played him in 2 films that were based on the show. But in the films, he was actually called Doctor Who. And he was human. He was not alien. And
they actually had him called Doctor Who. I forget which.
Yeah, it is Doctor Who. He's called Doctor Who.
No, I'm saying in the actual show that happened at one point because one of the showrunners didn't care and it was
and let it happen. What?
Yeah.
Do you remember which one it was?
It was like, I think it was like the fifth Doctor. That was
This
like
guy here.
that was the point where
Okay.
like they were trying to retool it, and that's why they gave him the stupid, like started giving him the stupid outfit, which got even
Well,
worse.
the
in
fourth
sixth one.
Doctor really brought a lot of legitimacy to the series because he's the one a lot of Americans fell in love with, because it was on PBS.
So is it because I was wearing a scarf the other day? The guy, Fat Steven Seagal, said I look like transvestite Doctor Who. Was he talking about this guy?
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Oh,
And then, of course, the
okay.
fifth Doctor was Peter Davison, and what he was best known for is having a piece of celery on his lapel. And then came the sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, who is the most obnoxious Doctor. Don't get me wrong, there were some good stories, but I'm not a big fan of his, and I don't blame him. That was the BBC, and the BBC unceremoniously fired him. He's the only one to have been fired by the BBC and not by the showrunner. The BBC
He's got to be happy
intervened.
now. He's got to be very happy now because he's no longer the most embarrassing thing that's happened to Doctor
Yeah.
Who.
And well, he's still also an avid fan of Doctor Who himself, and he loves to go meet fans and talk about Doctor Who. He was taken over by Sylvester McCoy, who I thought was a terrible Doctor Who. I didn't like his character. I didn't like the writing. I didn't like the stories. And of course, that was the end of Doctor Who. The viewership dropped so much with him, and he went in and put on a blonde wig to do the transformation scene. He was both Colin Baker and himself in that transformation scene. And
There's
then-
another thing that happened with it, though. It wasn't just the falling ratings that was part of the excuse. It was also because the guy who was in charge of Doctor Who fucking hated sci-fi. So it's like, oh, this
he was the British Les Moonves. Yeah, I get you. And so we didn't get to see Doctor Who for quite a few years. And it was in the 1996 film that Paul McGann, this gentleman here, took over the role. McCoy dies. He gets shot in an alleyway by some gangbangers in LA. And as he's transforming, he becomes Paul McGann in the morgue. And it was a really funny scene because it's got the guy Will Sasso from Mad TV before he was on Mad TV. And he
kind of looks like Snape. Kind of looks like
Alan Rickman.
Yeah,
he's got the
in that thumbnail.
the droop
anyway.
eye. I forget the name of that lip. There's a special name for that lip, and Rickman has the same lip, and it's from Germanic history that there was inbreeding that led to the creation of that upper lip and the long nose. So, and then of course he didn't get his series in the U.S. like they had hoped, and so we didn't see Doctor Who again until the ninth Doctor, who's now the 10th Doctor.
But yeah, because like John Hurt, I was about to ask about that. I've never heard of John Hurt.
Russell P. Davies brought the show back and did it in a rock star fashion. It was a great fucking first season, and it had a lot of energy and just so much fun. And Chris Eccleston can be very fucking wackadoodle on screen, and he will go from intense to, well, of course you know, and he's just fucking brilliant in role, and people do not give him the credit he deserves. He's the reason why the show got a second season. And
I think one of my favorite ones with him is when he's having the dinner with the alien assassin. Like she's going to spit acid, and he like pulls out like a little breath mint thing and hits it in her face. It's like, not now, darling.
Not now, darling.
So
he was so good, and of course, he was the one who introduced Rose. And
you say that. Can I just interject?
Yeah, of
Go
course.
ahead.
As a full-on Doctor Who normie, that I don't jack all about Doctor Who. He's the guy that I watched the first episode, I think of, I don't know what season it was. There was like, I don't know, a bunch of mannequins in a mall and a Dalek.
That was
Do
the
you
first
know what
one.
I'm okay,
For
okay.
the
So
new series.
I had no idea what to friggin' expect with Doctor Who. And I was like, this is so friggin' weird. And then I just turned it off.
I'm assuming Broken Birds is somebody you know, Danny?
Oh yeah, that's my friend Amanda. Oh shit.
Oh,
sorry.
hi, Amanda. Welcome to
Hey,
the
Amanda.
chat.
She not been on this show before? I'm sorry.
I don't recognize that name, and I'm pretty good at recognizing.
Okay.
Jody made McCoy look awesome. Yeah, by comparison. But we get the 9th Doctor, who is now the 10th Doctor. And then when he quit, we didn't get the transformation. They had to fudge it later to show the transformation in a special. But we get the 11th, or previously 10th Doctor, which is David Tennant. He had an amazing run. I loved his films too, the Doctor Who films that he did.
So they do movies too?
Made for TV movies.
Yeah, made for TV movies. He's the only one that did it. None of the other actors did it.
So
David
these
Tennant
aren't
was
specials,
that
they're actual
popular.
movies.
So why
Yeah,
did
they're
you,
like little movies. Yeah, they're like an hour and 10 minutes.
yeah,
long.
Babylon 5 did that too. I get it. My question is, why did you just skip over the John Hurt one? Why is he not like that 9 and the 9?
There's
Comes up
let
later
me
'cause he
come
was
back
the
to it.
retcon.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, you got to wait.
Okay,
I
I'm
do
sorry. Okay,
everything
now
for
that
a
I know.
reason.
Okay,
I
my
do
bad.
everything for a reason.
Let him go through and enjoy your pot and let him go
Yes.
through. Ask questions.
I'm with him,
Yeah,
dude.
at the end of the
I think
test.
he's right. I'm like, what the crap
So-
is going on? Why would we skip him?
Now, technically,
Thank you.
David Tennant regenerated again, and that's why he's numbered twice. And then he became Matt Smith, and this was actually a really good run. I enjoyed the Impossible Girl for the most part storyline, and then he ended his run in a very dramatic way, and we got the 12th or 14th iteration of the Doctor. And of course, that was Peter Capaldi, which I wasn't
Yay!
sure about him because that first episode fucking annoyed me. It was really bad. The one with the T-Rex in London. I'm like, pick a fucking size, would you? They show that dinosaur in different sizes, and it really fucking irks me.
He's still Malcolm Tucker in my head. Like
but
when I
he
was that, I was
was
just expecting
interesting, and he does. And I love the joke in that first episode with the angry eyebrows comment because he's got very angry eyebrows. But it was during the Matt Smith run that we found this story, which shows the 8th Doctor dying and becoming the War Doctor, who started the war that caused Gallifrey, the Time War, and it caused Gallifrey to disappear. They thought all destroyed, but then we find out it's protected in a painting and being guarded by this Doctor. And it's so fucking crazy, but I so fucking enjoyed seeing him give the little surreptitious wink to the other Doctor at the end of that episode. But that was his one run as the War Doctor, John Hurt. So he became, in that episode, Doctor number 9. And it changed. It fucked up the count for everybody else after that. And
because it was
that's
the 50th anniversary special. So
yeah.
Oh, so this is like the technical like order, not the chronological release.
No,
date
it is the
order.
technical order, and you have to
Okay.
pay attention to it. If you are, it's canonical order too. You can say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
It's the canonical order of the Doctors. And
But is
because
it the canonical order? Because you skipped a Doctor.
No, he
are you
just went
talking
back,
about
so
the
now-
mouth breather Jodie Whittaker, who always looks like this?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I've never watched it.
I have.
I've heard a lot of reviews.
The first season I tried to give it a chance, and there were 2 episodes I thought were
First
really
season.
good.
Well, she's got multiple seasons as the Doctor.
3.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
seasons.
Wow.
The viewership
You can call her
dropped
Dr.
so much,
Karen.
and this is the problem with the government running the network. The network has nobody to really answer to. Your tax dollars paid for this shitty Doctor Who over in the
Not
UK. Yeah, over in the UK.
See, and that's
And-
why Sony's a good thing. You're proving my point from
Well,
earlier.
Keith is here now, and so Keith,
Yeah.
let's talk about Sony.
Hey.
Hey,
Where are you driving to? That's I want to know.
I know. I heard him turning left a minute ago.
What it comes down to is this: Russell T Davies, when he got the go ahead from the BBC to come back in and be the showrunner for the upcoming season of Doctor Who, basically caught the BBC at a moment of weakness because they've lost so much money with Jodie Whittaker that they basically gave him full creative control for at least the next, I think, 3 years. Okay. Well, what he neglected to tell the BBC when he made the deal was that he was already in the process of selling his production company, to Sony. So technically, Sony now is in charge. Okay. I think the one thing that the BBC tried to get Russell T Davies to agree to was that he would not touch the Timeless Child episode or storyline.
Unfortunate, because that's the thing that really fucked everything up to the point where it can't be repaired if that's allowed to.
Well, actually, it can be. That's the reason why Paul McCann, Doctor Number 8, is a good example of how you can do that, of how you can reboot Doctor Who, because there are several things that doctor had in his movie that were kind of subversive alterations of Doctor Who canon up to that point.
Which one's that one? Just go back to that.
The Fox one.
Yeah, the Fox pilot. The one that
chat. I don't even honestly know if my mom watches Doctor Who. If so, can you say something in the chat?
Paul McCann was the only one who. Okay, if you saw the episode where the War Doctor came in, Paul McCann was the guy who was the doctor that turned into John Hurt. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
But he was made.
I don't see the screen. You should put that link in the chat, man, so I could.
He did it unwillingly. He did it unwillingly. He was forced to become that. And that's the second time in the history of Doctor Who that the Doctor was forced to regenerate. You know, it's
David Tennant regenerated as himself after being injured.
Is that what the River song? What's River song? Is that his episode?
It's
name
a character.
Well, it's what led to the splitting of the two doctors, and one doctor was able to go off and have a happy life with Rose,
mm-hmm.
And because he was completely human.
Okay,
so they've kind of set themselves up for success here, or potential.
Yeah,
so they've already screwed up their whole timeline before, so why not just screw it up again?
Yeah, Keith, I'm sorry, I just got that link because I was asking about this earlier. Which doctor turned into the War Doctor? You just said it a second ago.
John Hurt.
Just follow.
No, I know. No, John Hurt's the War Doctor. Who was the one that?
Keith,
the one before him. Yeah, Paul McCann, the Doctor Who number 8.
Number 8.
Up on the
no,
screen.
well, no. Paul McCann's the one like that. He was saying that this was a different thing and actually a different doctor.
No. Yeah, no. I know where you're going. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm with you, man.
Number 8 right here.
But we don't learn that until like Matt Smith or something.
All the way over here to this doctor is when we learn that in the 50-year special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, so this is what I'm saying. They retcon themselves so many times. They've changed up so many things that it's possible.
Well, by doing that, they broke the number because all the way back with this doctor right here, Tom Baker, we were told that he had 10 regenerations left. You remember that, Keith?
I think so. Yeah. Well, here's the other thing, though, about Paul McCann's Doctor Who pilot. Okay. Sylvester McCoy was actually in the pilot playing his version of the Doctor.
See, I got to take notes. I can't even watch. This is why I
got
can't watch
shot
the show.
and killed outside the TARDIS.
Is Matt Smith? So Matt Smith's Doctor Who turned into John Hurt's Doctor Who. Technically, they did that 30 years later.
No.
What was it?
No.
Come on, man. This is so easy. How do you not know this?
You see the order that wait. You see the order all these pictures are in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're going to go from left to right. Okay.
Yes.
That's the order that they're actually in. Okay. So that's the order that they happen in. All the doctors are in order.
Even though we didn't learn about this one
until later.
Until this one.
Yes.
Oh, but we knew something had happened because Chris
Okay.
Eccleston was very secretive about the war.
Okay.
And he was clearly suffering from some form of PTSD.
Okay, I got it. I get it now.
Okay, here's a question. I need to know. So, does Eccleston know about the war? Does
yes?
Does it leave off with
each doctor,
Paul?
even when they regenerate, have some memories of the previous Doctor.
Yeah, but
So they're kinda like
they set up
trills?
this war in
Yes.
number 8, and then
Okay.
skip it, and then go straight to number 10. That's
See,
what
that
happens.
would. Why has nobody ever? Everybody knows I watch Star Trek. It would have been way. I would have got this a lot easier if somebody would have said, Doctor Who's basically a trill. I'm like, oh,
Well,
okay.
Time Lords are able to regenerate, and you're able to have memories of your previous self. But the thing is, you're still in the same body. It's not taking something from your body and putting it in someone else's body. You completely transform everything, not just physically, even your likes and dislikes, the way what you think is
It's- you're
fashionable
just-
changes.
You're describing a trill.
No.
No.
I can
Minus
show you how this works. I can
minus-
show you how this works. One
This is
second.
a single species inside of a host. This is not that.
Right.
This is-
The only difference is but it seems like the same type of thing because
That he does keep going, but the thing is, there are memory changes. There's memory loss, and yes,
is it loss or changes? Those are two.
Yeah, there is initial memory loss.
Right, but-
And I don't even know how I got here. It's just like this.
there's just it's so you really.
What did you say?
Look,
I can't hear
I'm
you.
going to challenge you to watch from this Doctor right here, the 10th, the first season of that, all the way to this one. Don't bother with this last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is non-canonical. It's horseshit. Terrible writing. Chibnall, I was worried when I heard he got hired because I said, look, man, he did a good job with the first season of Broadchurch because he directly adapted the book. But the rest of the series, the 2 seasons after, were just him and they were garbage.
Yeah.
And she was in that. So they had this relationship. So he's like, look, I'm going to totally piss everyone off. I'm going to make you the new Doctor. Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
They
Because,
didn't even.
I told you, CJ Swordpunk, I told you all this is a sore subject. My hate for Chibnall and Jodie is massive. I'm passionate with my hate for them. Look, dude.
Amen,
I'll share
brother.
it with you.
Amen.
I'm right there with you. I fucking hate Chibnall. He is the Alex Kurtzman of the BBC.
He makes Alex Kurtzman look good sometimes because
Yeah, he does.
Kurtzman is a turd, and I think on some level he knows he's a turd. But Chibnall is a turd who walks in thinking that the whole world owes him, and that he is the greatest in his own mind. He is the greatest writer ever.
He's an enigma wrapped
What
inside of a
Kurtzman-
turd. Inside of
What
another
Kurt's been
turd.
doing after 7 years to making by Kurt is what Chibnall has done in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
As far as character damage goes.
right.
And he's did it gleefully. That's the other thing.
Yeah, no, it's oh, you thought it was this thing. In fact, actually, the first Doctor was a sexist prick, and the Doctor was originally this black woman. And then we go back further, and it's no, it was a black girl, and all those Time Lords and Gallifreyans that we went through all this trouble of saving around the time, we said they were all gone with the 10th, and then they came back in the 13th for the 50th.
Yeah.
So they're a bunch of racist assholes who murdered a girl repeatedly so they could regenerate and live forever. And she's not. Your character is a Time Lord, isn't even a Time Lord, and fuck you for being white.
Yeah. So basically, what he did was he went and took the very first Doctor that we started with, and now that Doctor is somewhere like 200 or 300.
What? Now
So
we're at
he's-
300? Where the frick?
Yeah. And it's like, what are we doing here, kids? What are we doing?
So I didn't miss it. Okay, so you're confused. I'm confused. We're all confused. This all works perfect. Good.
This is for you, PJO. There you go. Red light, green light, angels. And I love that fucking episode. And that episode came into existence because David Tennant was so busy shooting another episode, he couldn't be there for this. So the entire plot was written around him not being available.
So clearly, my mom does watch the show. I'm not a good son at all. I should have known.
And I got to tell you, this episode scared the shit out of my daughter. It was fun watching her jump.
It scared the shit out of my kids. It scared the shit out of me. I mean, it's an incredible premise for any kind of episode. It's one of the single best episodes, really, of television, and it's like peak Twilight Zone. What this episode is about and what it uses to scare you, and wow, I mean, this is one of my top 20 best episodes of TV of all time.
Now I'm going to go
Is this
back.
particular-
I want to do something because I watched a video of Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor.
Mhm.
Which
I think he
doctor
shot
is
in
this? Because there's just a
1979.
statue here. I'm sorry.
That's one of the angels from Doctor Who. I was putting it
No,
up.
no,
for
no,
you,
no.
Mom.
But which doctor is the
Weeping
doctor?
Angels.
David Tennant.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Okay.
So Tom Baker goes into a public school over in the UK in London, and he was invited to be a guest. He walked in there and just blew the minds of all these kids as he's walking in there. And he starts like identifying, I know you, I know you, I know you because you like to hide behind the sofa. I've seen you behind the sofa. And I laughed so hard when he said that, because when certain things happen on Doctor Who as a kid, I'd fucking jump behind, in Star Trek too, I'd jump behind the sofa because it's a safety shield when you're a kid, hiding behind that big old fucking monster sofa.
That is, I think that happened for a lot of kids. You know,
I think so.
I mean,
Well, clearly it did when they
Whew.
brought it up, when he did that on going into this public school and saying that. I'm like, oh, it wasn't just me.
When I was a kid with it on PBS, actually, I don't know which one it was. I think I saw like one of the regenerations, and my mind went to where it was like this, like it was almost like dying, like that he was like somehow being, I guess it was a part of a two-part. I never saw the second one, but it seemed like he was phasing out of time. It was like his entire existence was being destroyed. Because I just remember the doctor shouting and screaming, and then there's all these, lo-fi crazy ass effects going on, and then he just goes to the credits. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? That genuinely freaked me out.
I'm laughing at the fact that Dork Knight is harassing his mother. Which Doctor Who, Mom?
I have to know.
What are
I
you
can
talking
scare
about?
you
And of course,
again.
I've already answered it for your mom. That was David Tennant. And I got to tell you, those fucking angels were scary as fuck.
So,
Yeah.
you gave me David Tennant was when I asked you, hey, what is the episode you're talking about with these like angel statues? And so it was a different question because she was like, that's the only Doctor Who I ever watched. And I was like, which one? So it just
And it's
coincidence
this one.
happened to be the same.
Yeah, this guy
No,
here.
the Weeping Angels are a fucking great concept because in essence, they're out of quantum flux. So when they're being observed, their quantum state's locked. But as soon as you look away, they're able to move around and fucking murder you.
And the entire story when they go to the planet with all the other statues, it really reminded me of the story of Phantoms, the one where Ben Affleck was the shit, as he said.
Ben Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms, yo.
And Phantoms, yo.
And now,
That's
fuck
right.
you, Kevin.
But I got to tell you, that episode really reminded me of
Screen.
Phantoms.
I think, Mom, I think you're on a delay because I was looking at the screen. I really honestly think you're on a delay. So
hey,
anyway.
see ya.
Oh, they said, hey, honey.
Oh, yeah, Cece said,
Hey, honey.
"Hi, Cece. She can join us if she wants to.
She's like in full
better
on,
on the
like,
show than you
hey,
are.
baby, come here. Let him see. She's all
A
set.
lot
She's got her
better.
apron on. She's full on like housewife mode right now.
It's your barefoot.
Yeah.
Careful, she
that?
might strangle
Do you have any
you.
socks?
It's a Muppet, dude.
Hey.
No, I'm
Hey,
gonna
how's it
like
going?
he and I need to connect. He's no.
Here, let me be. You be my Muppet. Come on, speak.
I'm will. Well, if she really wants to do that properly, you got to put your hands where.
Oh yeah, okay,
they,
yeah. She can't
No,
hear
no,
you,
no.
but yeah. He
What?
said if you really want to do it properly, you have to stick your hand.
Oh, I
Let's
got
not
to
give
get up
everything
his
away,
ass?
Broken
Yeah.
Birds.
That's no problem.
River is the husband of the Doctor and also the.
Don't
Doctor.
read that. Don't read that.
Don't read that. Okay.
Don't
Hey,
read
that's
that.
Spoilers.
Why?
He hasn't seen this shit yet.
Spoilers.
For party.
Oh, it is a spoiler. Yes, it is.
Why
A
is it a
spoiler for like a 100-year-old TV show. I
Yeah, but
exaggerate.
but
When-
but if we're gonna
Hasn't been
have
around for 100
Amanda
years.
says hi, honey.
if we're gonna have Dork try to watch some of this stuff, we'll keep.
Yeah,
certain
you need to
secrets.
start with the first season.
You
that
told
was
me
on-
of Eccleston, right?
Yeah,
Of
first
Destro.
Eccleston.
Okay.
Just
I
so
really
you know,
felt
this
it
whole
was-
thing has been spoilers for him so far because he has no idea which even Doctor he's friggin' watching. So he's like, "What's guy? You're gonna ruin everything."
There is another thing. There is another narrative thread that they could go in to try to fix things. The Doctor's daughter.
Is that
No,
who this new
because-
chick is?
because they were
Doctor.
joking. There was a joke about what actually happened to her.
Well,
And it
the
wasn't
script
much of a
doctor-
joke. A lot of us fans didn't think it was that funny. But supposedly she crashed and died.
Yeah, but I want to go back because
Sorry,
Script
he was
Doctor-
dancing and I was trying to move my
Script Doctor
camera.
has the wow. People just keep talking.
Sorry.
Script Doctor came up with the best script idea, but he couldn't get hired by them because he's not British; he's Canadian. So,
Racist.
it sucks because he had the greatest way to explain who that Jodie Whittaker character really is the anti-doctor,
Oh, yeah, the Valyard.
Very nice.
the Valyard. And it was
Wait,
really- when he
wait.
said it,
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
I
there's
was
no
only half
better
paying attention there.
explanation.
Are you guys trying to make Jodie Whittaker Canadian?
Well, the thing is, the guy that created Doctor Who was Canadian. That's why we thought it was funny that they wouldn't hire Canadians.
Hell,
okay.
you know what? If we're gonna go with the Hugh Grant, which was part of a comedic special, I'd love the Bruce Campbell April Fool's Day joke of him taking over the Doctor. That would be fucking great. You're
So much
muted,
was-
dork. I love that. I
He
can
was-
say
I
that.
said,
bragging about his setup
is that a thing? Because I love Bruce Campbell. I would love to see that. If so, can I get a link?
It was on his. I only saw it on his Twitter.
It was on his Twitter. It was basically
Ah.
April Fool's Day joke, but it was done up as him presenting that he was taking over. I'm like going,
Okay.
you know what? Given Jodie Whittaker, Bruce Campbell's definitely an
We
improvement.
would accept that just simply to get rid of her.
Yes.
And the only reason she got 2 more seasons, a total of 3 seasons, is again because the BBC needs to be privatized and stop using tax dollars because they don't see a loss in funding when they tank a show. When viewership doesn't watch it, they'll just keep going. And this is the problem you'll
It's
find with
worse than that.
woke people in general will keep doubling down. They'll keep going. They'll keep doing it again and again because as the definition of insanity of trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. That's madness. And that's what the BBC is.
It's worse than that because what happened as a result of their hiring practices, in other words, they fired a bunch of the old staff and they got a bunch of, minority hires because of the BBC's new policy. They had a bunch of inexperienced people done up. So I think it was not this current thing, but the previous season was supposed to have more episodes, but they cut them down because they weren't keeping the schedule because they had a bunch of no talented people in there they had hired just because of their skin color.
I want to welcome Red Monarch here. How's it going, man?
Hey, Red Monarch. Hey, Parrot Head.
Oh, Hugh
Wow,
Laurie would be a
this
good
is from
Doctor.
2016. That's crazy.
8 years
Who's
ago,
that
man.
guy?
Yeah.
That's Bruce Campbell. I actually know him.
Oh.
No, he's like a hero of mine. I got pictures of me with him. I've met him a ton of. I got his shit signed. This is a whole Bruce Campbell shrine behind me. If you can't tell, except for the stuffed animal. But
I actually saw My Name is Bruce in theaters, and he was at the showing I went to introducing the movie.
nice.
That was a funny film. It really was.
I like that
Yeah.
movie.
I did too. I enjoy his films. It's just
He's a B movie director, which is what he's aiming for, so I'm cool with it.
I wished he had done better with the Sam character from Burn Notice because I would have loved to have seen a Sam series, and it just didn't happen. They did the one movie.
I love, just
All
the one
Sam
movie. But I love Burn Notice. I loved him as Sam.
Great
And,
show. I'm still praying that they'll.
They
bring it
used
back.
they did de-aging technology in that episode, right? Or in that movie, right? Because it was like a
Yeah,
made
guy
for
did
TV.
hair.
When he was younger. It was just,
Yeah. No, I remember that. I loved all that shit. It was funny because when first time I met him, it was during his years filming that in real time. And you know how he always drank beer in the episodes in the show?
Yeah.
So Bruce Campbell is allergic to beer and he can't drink it. So it was
You know what he does, right?
apple
You know what
juice
he
or
does.
something like that.
Because he doesn't drink. You know what he does, right?
Uh-uh.
That guy is a pothead.
I knew I liked him. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
He and Josh, because Josh used to live on his property up in Oregon, up in Ashland,
Okay.
and they would just go into Josh's trailer and just get.
That's why it was like I love that You
But
had me
that's
on
one of
with
the
Josh
reasons he
that one
moved where he
time.
did, because it was legal there, and they
Yeah,
basically treated it like beer.
No, we're at dinner when when he announced it. I was having dinner with him and Josh.
Yes, War Monkey, it was.
And we're sitting there, and Bruce is like, "Yeah, I got to get out of Hollywood. I'm going to go up to Ashland, Oregon." And I turned and said these exact words: "There's a lot more room up in Ashland, Oregon, for your ego to grow."
Oh God.
Oh.
And he just shot me a look, and Josh laughed.
Here's the thing: I really loved Burn Notice until Jesse came along, because the dynamic of the feel of the show completely changed. It didn't go in a way.
Oh shit! Remind me, Jesse.
Yeah, I was about to say
He
the
was
same
the
thing.
fourth guy. He was the spy that Michael burns around like.
Oh,
Black
the-
actor, good actor.
yeah, he's a good actor. He's been in some like comic book shit.
Yeah,
No, I worked
nothing
special effects
with
on a
him.
Sci-Fi Channel movie that he was in, shot in St. Louis.
No, nothing with the
with
guy.
Mike
but
Strain, Keith. I was
By
working-
Das Wolfen.
nothing
And
with
in
the
fact,
actor
in this
himself.
movie, you can
Just
see
the
my car.
character.
My car is in that movie with him. That
Really?
kid. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it was a weird dynamic at first, but I liked him. I thought he was pretty good. What I liked the most was when Tim Matheson would pop in, because I enjoyed his character, the old spy assassin.
Hmm.
Was he the one who like tried to put Michael in the dark? Because remember there was the old spy who like was wanting to get Michael in the dark side, and then there was the guy who was, I forget, he was like an arms dealer or whatnot. He was like a pencil pusher, and he had one episode where, oh, by the way, I've hired an assassin to kill your brother unless you get these particular items for me.
That was Tim, wasn't it? I remember that episode. Wasn't that Tim, Keith?
I'm trying to remember which one. It's been.
It was
forever
Tim that
since
came
I
in
saw
and
it.
helped him in that
I
one.
think Tim was the one that came in and helped him.
Yeah.
I think so too.
It's been too long since I watched it. I own all of them. I own every episode. I can just watch them whenever I want. I bought them way back as they were coming available through Microsoft. I'd buy them because I wanted to watch them over and over again. I never got tired of that show, man.
That was
I did
really
love
good show.
Sharon Gless, like complete his mother in the series. She was great.
You know what? I've been a big fan of hers since Switch.
The movie Switch, or there was also a game.
Man, you guys are young. She
Hey,
came.
don't fucking say that. I'm older than you, and I don't fucking.
No. I know you know what I'm talking about. There is a hit television series that was on in the 70s called Switch. And it
I
was
don't
pretty
remember it.
much. You don't remember Switch?
No.
Eddie Albert?
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Come
Let's
on.
see. I'm looking at the characters. Tyler
Oh,
Brennan was the was the
Robert
guy I was
Wagner.
thinking
I
of.
remember that show. I don't remember her in it.
Yeah, Sharon Gless. He was the
I'm looking at it
secretary.
right now. It's like, yeah, but I
What's
love
the
TV
dude? What's
guy-
the dude's name that
guy
does the
just
reverse
has Robert Wagner and Eddie Albert.
Okay, that's him. Yeah, the reverse mortgage commercial guy was in it.
And
There you go. Here you go.
it's amazing that's what you know him as. But
It's
no,
not what I know him as. That's what I like. No, first of all, he was married to Cece. Come here. Who does Cece look? I'm going to say this is going to blow your mind. You know the woman that Robert Wagner married and probably
Natalie
murdered.
Wood.
Yeah, hold up. Who does Cece look like? Come here. This way. No, look like Natalie Wood, baby.
How?
Oh wow!
I don't know.
You guys should
It's on a Twitter thing, man. Like she looks just like, I swear to God, because like I didn't know who Natalie Wood was because I had said because I did drama and shit in high school or theater or whatever. I had seen West Side Story, and when the night I met Cece, I was like, damn man, you look just like that chick from West Side Story, and it's Natalie Wood, and
Natalie
like
Wood.
Natalie, yeah, and I did not
You
know
remember the
Natalie.
joke, Keith, when we were in high school? What kind of wood doesn't float? Natalie Wood.
God, that joke is so bad.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It's like the
don't
NASA
make
joke.
me
What does
fun at you.
NASA stand for?
What does it stand for?
Need another
It wasn't a
set of
joke about you,
astronauts.
baby. He said, "What kind of wood doesn't float?" Ah, she said, "Motherfucker."
I am so. You know what? I shouldn't have said that joke. I am so sorry. Because
I think the most fucked up joke I heard in high school was one of my friends, David Gray, God rest his soul, he turned to me and said, he says, "Hey, do you know how to make a dead baby float?" I went, "No." And he says, "All you need is 2 scoops of ice cream, 1 dead baby, and a blender."
God, that's terrible.
God. Oh.
That was some sick fucking humor from my friends in high school.
Then again, you know, the popular books while I was in high school.
What did
Those
you
truly-
read, like Helter Skelter
Truly
before-
tasteless jokes. That
I
entire
mean,
series of books.
Oh, shut up,
Yeah.
Amanda. Uneducated my ass and whatever. And if you guys want to talk about tasteless jokes, I'm the king of that shit. Just look at the last episode I was on.
Well, I was
I had-
on snow last night, man, and fuck, man, I'm sitting there quietly, and I just waited for the right moment to pop my joke off of what what's her name said. Mox, I can't remember her name. Female puppet person, and she
Female
said
puppet person.
about having.
What's her name?
The hey man, that one man.
Yeah,
No,
she was
that's
saying-
Puff. That's Puff. You're
Oh.
thinking of what's her name? Feggy.
Saggy Melons. Yeah, Saggy was
Okay.
talking, and I just sat for a second, waited for the moment after she was done talking. I said, "You ever fart a condom?"
I pooped a balloon once.
And everybody lost it when I said it.
Oh,
I mean, that was like, oh my fucking god, Gary! You ever fart a condom?
I'm still in that. No, that's straight up my alley. I'm still in that.
Yeah, it's like when you're around a crowd like those guys, and you know what I'm talking about on this. What are you going by now? Wilton. You're going by Wilton.
I'm Wilton. Floral, the green guy. See,
Yeah,
I'm a troll. That's
Do
my
you know
jam,
these
so-
guys?
Oh,
Oh.
you're a troll. What's with the
So-
hat?
Wow, you're really
troll?
popular on the internet.
I thought that was the whole thing here. You had to be like an old guy wearing a hat and headphones and have a brick background. because that was kind of more convenient.
okay.
So
All
I guess
right.
I'm
that's
wearing
okay.
neither a hat nor headphones.
Old guys wear hats.
Well, that's
I've got
because
long-
you're
I've got
kind of
hair
naked
almost
up there
as
without
long as-
nothing.
Well, I've got
See?
hair almost as long as Culture, but you can't tell it because I always wear a hat and I have a headset.
Prove it. Prove it.
I've already done it on the show.
You're not the
live.
man.
People have
You
seen
can't
it.
prove it.
Oh,
Chicken.
Jesus Christ.
Coward. Nah, pff, you got like little kid hair.
Well, that's because it's been matted down when I'm freshly out of.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so
Oh
go
my
get
God,
a
shut
blow
up,
dryer,
Wilton.
stick your head in the shower, get a blow dryer, and prove it.
Did
Or
you
you're a
say
coward.
get a blowjob? I would gladly do that.
Blow dryer, blow dryer,
Oh, blow dryer.
dry.
Okay. I don't know where my
Blowjob
mind was.
dryer?
War Monkey says laughy face. But I do want to say that I don't want to derail us too much because we've been derailed for a little bit here. But heading back into the Doctor Who thing, which
Oh, hey.
is
Yeah, speaking of
future-
fucking condoms, let's go
and
back
I
to
do
Doctor
agree
Who, huh?
because you made a really Wilton, not Wilton, but your previous persona made a great point that we've had a break. Technically, we've had a technical break because
They broke
I
the
haven't
story.
watched Doctor
They broke
Who
the show.
since that first season with Chibnall and her, and so therefore we've had a break. And I think if we take another year break after she's fucking gone, I think that'll be long enough for us to feel like, okay, we can come back and not feel slighted by the BBC. And I will say, fuck you, BBC. And that includes BBC America, you cunts. And that's what I feel. I
You know
hope,
what
they
would
all,
be an apt ending
I hope
for
they all choke on a bag of dicks.
you know what would be an apt ending for the whole thing? In the end, Jodie Whittaker goes back in time, visits David Tennant, and then goes and fucks herself.
Are we saying that she's a bit of a tranny or hermaphrodite?
Now, what's this fuzzy Balchinian trying to say to me earlier before I left
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
about old men wearing hats and headphones and shit?
He's looking up at you. He's looking up there.
How the crap
I'm
did
looking
you
down
get
at you,
that
brother.
costume
I got the
changed
high
that fast,
ground.
dude. With your wife like working out for you or something?
No, I'm
Like,
sorry. Dork Knight's really high, so he technically has a high ground.
Well,
When did
I'm also
Wilton
above
become
him.
Beavis and Butthead?
well,
Hey, Shinatsky, do you ever get on
Long
camera?
story.
Or you get on camera? Is that what you said?
I'm worried about people figuring out who I am because people are fucking nuts on the internet.
Here's the thing, man.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. Okay, so this is my challenge to you. Get a better avatar. Like, look at me. I'm an avatar, technically.
No,
but,
really.
I'm an engaging avatar, and I'm sexy.
Yeah,
It's like a weird anime picture.
Hey, Floral Wilton, whatever the hell your name is. Like, we got to connect after this because I'm serious, man. You're right. No, what you're
With
saying.
your hair
is-
looking like that, I don't know if I want
Hey,
to
now.
you, dude.
I want everybody to see
With
my
that stash,
out of the
like,
closet.
I don't know what kind of music is going to be in the background. It's going to be
This
awkward.
is my gay Gary avatar. Here you go.
I seen that one.
There you go. Now you guys got like the two top corners there going together.
I was also a lot fatter. I was like almost 60, 70 pounds fatter before I lost all that weight.
I just got back from the Kings here. So has Dirk been bringing in those Russian porno
Yeah,
ads with that porno
here.
stash?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm here.
You sneaky bitch.
I'm a sneaky bastard. What the hell?
You underestimate his
In here.
sneakiness.
He got past security.
Yeah, he was sleeping.
Wo
Hey,
ist das
Keith.
Paperas, bitte? So, Broken Bird says LOOOOOOL. I'm in love with all of you.
Can we define the love? We gonna go into like the different Greek forms of love? Because there's like agape,
Yeah, there's two questions,
there's
Broken Birds. It's easy to fall in love with mixed
Emilio.
fucking weird.
eros. We got
Hey,
phileo, we got
Yes.
love tonight.
it is where they are.
And I just got here and he's saying he loves me too. So I mean, wow, I must make an interesting presence.
It was your
You're
entrance.
too much man for him.
So what have I missed?
Well,
I wanted to show that.
First-
Well,
video.
you're missing a hat. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
First, the universe exploded. Then the Earth cooled. Then the dinosaurs came, but they died. Sorry. I was gonna complete the rest
And
of
then
that
some
joke.
prick name.
He's
Chisel
there for all
fucked
of it.
everything
I don't know
up.
if you guys know that. That's why he's referencing it.
There we go. I got a hat now.
Hey, you know what?
There you go.
I'm not saying things are connected. I'm just saying that Chris Chibnall takes over, and then we have COVID-19 happen. You know, might be something there.
Both begin with the letter C. Yeah, I think there's something there.
Yeah.
You know, you realize the only person that's the one where they had is the porn king.
Yeah, you killed the show. Thanks, Baron.
Okay, bye.
Drop the ball.
You should work for Dr. Who.
I had a hat on and a T-shirt, and he'd made a joke about how it was mandatory to be old white men with a hat and a T-shirt on with headphones. So I was like, "Oh, really?"
I did not say anything about white men. I'm sorry.
I'll class
This
it up.
got so awkward so fast. Oh man.
Or pale something.
Dude,
I don't know.
dude.
I don't remember.
Holy crap.
This is also Doctor Who.
What?
His name is Doctor Who, and he was in this
yeah.
movie.
Oh, like HOO,
Yeah.
Doctor Who?
Or was it HU?
I think it was HU.
HU.
But he was in the movie.
Yeah, I
King
remember
Kong.
that one.
And then this is a special straight from Parrothead. Parrothead, thanks for sharing this in the chat.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So I've actually seen something like that in real life, and then my thought was, holy crap, that kid must have like one itchy butt.
Oh.
Well, you know what Confucius once
'Cause
said,
there was no
"Man who
toilet
goes
paper,
to
so-
bed with itchy butt, wake up with smelly finger."
Oh my god.
And you said I dropped the.
Cece's like,
You may be
"What are you
castrated
even
for that
talking
joke.
about
I'm just
now?"
warning you.
Your
Yeah,
wife
she
is
didn't hear-
definitely trying to figure what's going on there. Dork.
She can't hear your side of it, so it's kind of that was really out of context.
Oh yeah, Broken Bird's right. Yes, he's what we refer to as an uneducated heathen.
Oh, thanks. I prefer the term hedonist, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, Keith will tell you I will slip with the word cunt every once.
Oh, dude, he got kicked. You'll love this guy. He got kicked off Facebook. He got Facebook jail for calling somebody a
for
cunt.
calling a guy. I did not call him retarded. I called him mentally handicapped.
Oh, I thought it was because you called
Yeah.
him a cunt. Or
I
you
called him a
the word-
mentally
Yeah.
handicapped cunt.
cunt. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Is that Baron on your flag right there? Do you love him that much?
What?
Look at your flag to the left of you.
Oh, the red flag, right
No,
behind you,
this
man.
is this stuff here.
That looks like Baron.
It's foam. It's foam. This is my low. I used to be called Fat Beard. I used to be 400 pounds, and I had a company.
No,
called
I'm
Fat
pretty
Beard
sure that's
Studios.
Baron.
So
You have like
here's
a
a
man
message
crush
for
on him,
you,
don't
Danny.
you? You love him.
Danny,
You and your weird mustachy ways.
So, so
You're
would you
welcome.
say that the 13th Doctor flies around in the retardus?
Well, I've always said that. I was sitting around a bunch of Whovians and they kept saying TARDIS. I said, I wish you guys would stop saying that. We just refer to it as a slow time machine.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's an exceptional time
And that's
machine.
an original joke. Anybody who fucking borrowed that fucking stole it from me because I said it way before anybody else.
If I use it, I'll pay you royalties.
French.
Dude, I
I just
said
say latent French.
explosions before they were a thing. I got so pissed off when I started seeing that on television. I'm like, I said that 5 years ago, you dicks.
What was that about? What the dress? What? Look at that. Yeah,
Oh,
that's the Fat Beard logo. They don't believe me.
Danny.
Thank you for backing
That was
me
Yeah.
for Danny. Not to let Cece know.
Yeah, well,
No,
What?
we got a bromance going. We do have a bromance going here, I think.
I can see it. I can
I
see
think
it.
I have a bromance with all my male friends. But I will tell you this: bromances, I love them, but I will not suck a dick until the third date.
Hey, $20 is $20.
Man, you got a really low opinion of yourself. I mean,
That is actually one of the
I'm
things
talking
that-
like they gotta be willing to throw out at least $1,000
Just remember,
before I'll even
look,
consider it.
There I am.
That's
That's
it.
me.
That's
me.
festive Gary. We'll just call that festive Gary.
And the true story behind it is when I lived in Springfield, I lived with my buddy Travis, who Keith knows really well. And my two other roommates were a gay couple, husband and wife, or husband and husband, however that's called.
Partners.
Anyway,
Well, I'm
and
sure they have
whatever.
roles.
they went to Disney
okay,
World and
and
brought that
Tennant.
back, and I threw the hat on and I said, take a picture of me. I don't have the double chin as big as I did back then.
Oh,
But that was fun. That was fun.
I have. Oh, never mind. Anyway,
I was
Yeah,
going to say,
What they
Had
call
to
it?
be
Gary,
there. Is that where you're going?
the hat did fit you in that picture. It really did. You did play it off pretty well.
Get out of here. I remember when I worked at a nursing home once, and when I was cleaning up tables, I would take on this character that I called Raoul, and I would play this character, and he was very gay, flaming gay. And I'd walk around cleaning up the tables. I'm like, "Oh, honey, did you have a good lunch? I'm so glad." And then I clean him up, put him away. Now, at the same time, I was dating 3 of the women that worked at this nursing home, and the rumor went around I was gay. And one of the women I was dating said something about it. I just thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. I'm like, there you go. That's how that shit starts. You do a voice and somebody fucking pegs you as gay. And I don't mean peg. I mean,
It cut out for
Yeah,
a second. I thought you had said you were dating 3 of the women at the nursing home.
I was dating 3 of the women that worked at the nursing home.
Yes,
I
And
was dating one of the aides that worked on the hall with me. I was dating the receptionist up front. I was dating the head of activities department.
I was hearing pegging too. I heard that
He
part
was-
too.
yeah, I said peg, and I made sure that it was not that kind of pegging.
I didn't know you were a raider for the.
The
British
only
Board of
pegging I give a shit
Classification.
about is having sex with Peggy Bundy.
Oh,
Hey, Peggy Bundy was hot. I don't care what other people say.
hell yeah. She only
yeah.
got hotter when she
Al
was,
Bundy?
you know.
When she played Leela.
oh, you know, it's like everyone's going, Al, how can you not want to with Peggy? And so then they had that episode where Al's looking at the one guy's wife, and he's looking at Peggy, and it's like, you know, they're kind of the joke that, you know, no matter who you have that's hot, there's always going to be somebody hotter that you want.
Well, I loved it when they had that episode where she thought she met someone from her planet. It was just a person that transformed. And they tried and tried to get, what's his name that played Al Bundy?
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill to do the voice, and they couldn't get an agreement with him for the right amount of money. And but she still calls him Al. in the video, the episode. I thought that was funny.
What?
Oh,
No,
that was a historical
things
episode.
didn't work out too well between Al and Peg because of same-sex marriage. Because it was nothing but the same sex over and over again.
Over and over.
What do you think I meant?
She goes, Al, let's go upstairs for 5 minutes.
Jeez.
He goes, you trying to kill me, Peg? You gonna make me do it twice? 5 minutes.
One of the best lines, though, from that show. Hi, Al. You miss me? Yeah, with every bullet so far.
Oh,
There's
shit.
so many great one-liners. Just Al and the women in the shoe store
Anna
alone.
said that to me.
Oh,
She goes, I always miss you when we go to the farm. I said, I know. I learned to duck.
So, you keep putting all these little things clearly aimed at me. And first of all, Amanda, who is my AA sponsor and has clearly been drinking, that's news that you're not supposed to break yet, man. That's like, haven't even done the press release, so shush. This is live.
English or Japanese?
English. It's
The
okay, though.
90s or the redub?
Wait a minute. What?
We should just have Amanda on the damn show. I mean,
What are we
Jesus,
talking
dude.
about? You said redub? What?
Sailor Moon. Because
Sailor Moon. Hold up. You want her name? Jesus, give me a second. Thanks, Amanda. Breaking news on Pop Culture Minefield. Right. Where
I
is
thought it would be
it?
more like.
I
No?
don't know.
Good together.
Oh, no.
That's
Text
what I was
message.
looking
What am I doing? Yeah.
that's when the shit hits the fan. That's when you get that sound.
Oh, yeah. Amanda, come in over.
Oh, that's the problem with that episode. Look, get with me after the show, and I'll get you a copy of that movie.
What show are we talking about? I have no
What are you
freaking
talking-
idea.
I'm talking to Danny because Danny
Oh.
posted a link to the YouTube version of the Doctor Who movie from.
No, I didn't post that.
It's trimmed.
Keith posted
Oh, you're
that.
talking
He told
about
me to watch it.
God damn it,
Home
Keith.
again?
Stop posting videos that suck.
Yeah, that was from Keith. He told me to watch it. I didn't post it.
Keith, I'm sorry that they're so mean to you.
Yeah, Jennifer
haven't even
C.
started.
Holy
They
shit.
abuse you.
The American.
You don't even get to talk and defend yourself ever. They
Wilton.
just abuse you. They call you
Wilton.
names. They were
Wilton.
calling you. They were calling
Wilton.
you earlier. I don't know
Wilton.
what's going on there.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Wilton. Hello.
Yes.
Raise your voice slightly to a higher pitch, and that's fucking Mexican Iron Man.
Hey, everybody! I'm Mexican Iron Man. Nah, I can't do it.
You need a different
No,
Muppet.
Gary, you need to
I
stop.
love Mike. Mike is awesome.
Mike is beautiful.
I fucking love Mike. Are you kidding me?
Mike is
He's
wonderful.
our fucking producer on our channel.
Keith, I think you
I-
need to learn sign language.
I call him the patron saint of YouTubers. That's what I call him.
He is
Yeah,
a big
no,
thing.
he
All right.
he definitely goes through a lot. In fact, I was
I think
basically
War
going
Monkey is
back and
high.
forth with him before he went back to take his nap.
Are you high, War Monkey? 'Cause you're still laughing about something almost 45 minutes ago.
I know he must be. Oh yeah, I'll be back.
Hey guys,
Oh.
here's the thing. Okay, everybody, you make fun of the puppets and the Muppets and stuff.
Oh, I
but,
don't. I
like,
love the puppet.
gee, well, that's the thing though. Like, and that's the thing. Everybody actually does. Like, so love the guy that loves me. Okay, like not like hope he doesn't like love me if you know what I mean. But like love
Have
me.
you ever found residue?
well, you have a man's fist shoved up your ass. So obviously,
You ever
someone
fart a
loves you.
condom?
Rubber glove.
You like the fisting? I got you.
Boy, I came in at the right time, didn't I?
Yeah, why you fucking joined? I don't know. I feel so sorry for you.
You had an invite
Oh,
out there. You see, you're talking about. You were going to be talking about Doctor Who. I come walking in talking about fisting
Well, this
puppets.
is a non-structured episode. This is.
I know.
I don't mind if it derails. I really don't.
I
It's just us having fun.
Let's see. I guess I'll bring up that there was actually Doctor Who porn parody series called Doctor Screw.
Yes,
Which
Dr.
was
Screw.
ironic because they ended up predicting exactly what would happen to the actual Doctor Who.
Yeah, it was a female doctor, and they scissored.
Wow.
She and the companion.
There was one that was done in the 70s, I think. It was actually more of a Dalek porno. that was done.
I've heard about it and seen images. I've never seen the video.
Probably have Lando Calrissian in it, right?
fucking
Yeah.
dildo at the.
Does have Colt 45s as well?
With that one, I don't know. Actually, I think I have it somewhere. So it was given to me by the old man. I haven't even watched it. He keeps on going, "Have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet?" It's like, I got animals. I haven't watched it yet.
Like if I'm going to watch somebody's porn, my only question is, do the dicks have sideburns as well?
You talking about me?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Wilson, I think he's going after a sideburn people.
Okay, so
Yeah, I got sideburns. No? Okay.
Thank you, Wilson.
All right.
yeah, you got to go. We need to be ending this anyway. We've been here about an hour and a half as it is.
Yeah.
This is just, we said what needed to be said about Doctor Who, the state of Doctor Who. I see what you're talking about, Keith, with Sony could bring some solid stuff to the game. My problem is marvelizing Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
They're saying that
all
they're
kinds
saying
of
that in
warnings
part
to me.
because the goal is to try to get people interested in putting money into it. That's why
Right.
they say Marvel,
Selling it.
because Marvel makes a shit ton of money.
And Sony have Marvel. So
I will say this
wrapped around their
before I
finger.
leave. There was an attempt to actually make a Doctor Who movie prior to the release of the 98 deal that gave us that film. And that was Steven Spielberg had approached the BBC because he was looking for a project to do after he was done with Schindler's List. And wanted something that could be a little lighter, given the heaviness of what he was coming off of. And the BBC turned him down. So,
Yeah, and I got the script for that one.
Free, right?
say what?
I got the script for that movie.
Oh, you do?
I do have the script for that movie, and then but Amblin Entertainment actually tried to go for the show. I don't know. Have you read the book Regeneration? It was
Yeah,
all
I got
talking about they showing all the artwork and how they were turning, basically doing a full-fledged reboot of Doctor Who, and it really was, he's looking for his father.
Yeah.
That's what they were wanting to do. It's like, that's what I'm afraid. I don't want to see a regeneration like that.
No.
And that's what I'm afraid of when I hear, Sony's involved and Marvelized. It's like, oh, Christ, help me. What are you doing?
Well, that's kind of what the 96 movie was about. It had some differences than regular Doctor Who, which is the reason why a lot of Doctor Who fans in that period didn't like the movie. Even though the
It was
BBC,
too Americanized, and they would say, you fucking Americans ruin everything, mate.
Yeah, but the BBC liked it initially.
Yeah, well,
because you were
BBC loved it because they saw dollar signs.
Yeah, they were getting the Canadians and the Americans to pay for the whole thing.
And it was a rating hit when it was aired.
Actually, it was
for
already
Fox.
canceled. It was actually canceled.
But the
long before
movie,
they were, the movie.
But the movie was a rating hit when they had it out there, and elements from that Amblin television show went in there. The half-human doctor, his mother. The Amblin show, he was going to have a human mother in that one, so those elements kind of creeped in there.
Yeah.
Something that just terrified me, I realized. If the Hugh Grant thing isn't real, and given that it's Sony, they're just going to go, oh, Tom Holland again for a lead role in a Sony thing.
Nah.
Again.
No, Tom Holland's not going to do it because he wants some time off. He's getting close to burnout. And so unless you're going to pay him an ungodly amount of money to do it and to do a television show, I think he's done, at least for a little while. He needs some time off to go recharge his batteries before he does anything else.
I'm sorry, what Broken Bird said.
No, Hollywood is really adept at child prostitution, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, we talked about
here's
that.
Here's the question. What about Dan Stevens?
I swear to God,
Stevens
you are doing a really good Mexican Iron Man right now. It's really fucking driving me crazy.
Dan Stevens is a cool choice. In fact, in my
I fucking
opinion,
love that guy. He was great as the Punisher in Warzone.
not that Dan Stevens.
Oh,
the other Dan Stevens, the British
Downton
actor,
Abbey and Beauty and the Beast.
Legion.
Oh, that
A
guy.
Legion
Oh,
series.
Oh, the guest.
Yes.
The guest.
Yes, 'cause
Yeah.
that's the one I want.
No, the one thing I think is sad though is we missed out having a Tim Curry master. They approached Tim Curry to play the master, but he hated Doctor Who. He hated Doctor Who, so he didn't do it.
Ray
Yeah.
Stevenson is who I was thinking of, Keith. The guy from Warzone.
Yeah.
See, but if you got like a guy like Dan Stevens, you could actually get like that younger crowd to come back.
Oh heck
Um,
yes.
Yeah, so like I don't know why they haven't looked at him yet. I mean, other than the fact that he's been like totally Disneyfied.
Well, he likes making. Look, he's in America now. He wants to make movies over here.
That's why I think
I can
Disneyfied.
totally get that. But the thing is, there's no reason now he can't have both.
Oh my
Especially with
God,
Sony.
Broken. Oh my God, Broken Bird hates fucking Tom Holland. That's fucking.
Woo.
I'm just going, knowing the laziness of Hollywood executives, like, we need a name attached. Let's get Tom Holland.
Broken
Like, we got
Bird.
for the last 5 projects.
Broken Bird basically walked into a room full of guys that love anal and said, fucking hate anal. That's what you just did with saying that about Tom Holland, because we all love him.
Actually, what I want to have for a new Doctor is someone who is relatively unknown. Because when Tom Baker came about on Doctor Who, he was relatively unknown. He was only been in a handful of films. He was like in one of the Canterbury Tales. He was in that one. His big standout was playing Rasputin, which is what the role that they said, hey, this is what we want you to play. And of course, he was in one of the Sinbad films. But other than that, nobody knew who the hell Tom Baker was really before he came on the scene as Doctor Who.
Yeah.
John Pertwee, he was out of his element. John Pertwee was a comedian, and he was playing that role 100% serious. We're not going to have jokes. Meanwhile, you had Patrick Troughton, who was a serious actor, who was playing it for laughs, doing the clown stuff on there.
And he also had done one of the Sinbad movies too.
This is
That's
Ray
true.
Stevenson. This is who I was talking about. This is him in the MCU. And this is just him, what he looks like in day-to-day life.
Yeah.
He's a badass.
He's a drug enforcer.
He looks like testosterone escapes from him to power other men.
The TARDIS is now testosterone powered. Feel the
I think
time
Jacob
travel
the
with my
Critic is a-
testosterone.
I have the power of my balls.
The prostate.
Hey,
actually.
Jacob, the critic is here. What's with the puppet?
Yeah, he's anti-puppet. It sounds like.
Yeah, you're an anti-puppite.
Just popping in my head, I think Ralph Fiennes could be a good doctor.
Rafe Fiennes is
he
a cool
prefers to be
choice.
called Rafe for some reason. It's Ralph, but he prefers to be called Rafe. I'm like, then
Kinda like
spell
you,
it
Jerry.
Rafe. But I like Rafe Fiennes. He's really good in as Q. I wish we'd seen more of him as Q, because he was an interesting Q.
The Kingsman, which is not necessarily that good of a movie, but him in it is very
Well, he was a better Q than Desmond Llewellyn, who is the famous Q. I mean, not Q. I'm sorry, M. Fuck, I'm getting wrong names. But anyway, he was great as M. I always thought it was dumb. Keith and I have talked about this, that if, because it's clear that Daniel Craig's Bond is a standalone storyline. It is its own universe. It's not connected to any of the other Bonds at all in any way other than the fucking theme. And for some fucking reason, Judi Dench. And Keith and I were like, why the fuck did they do that? It's so confusing that she's older and introducing a new Bond when
It's
she's
just
already
an
been
alternate
working for
universe
years.
Bond is all it
And
is.
that's all it is. And we finally just understood it.
Because when you get
realized-
to the final film, his last movie, it isn't just what everybody obviously knows that movie for. It's for a few other things, clues throughout the film that let you know that this is an alternate universe.
Sorry, I had to take that call.
It's all right. But
You
listen,
were gone?
Yeah, just come back. Don't worry about it, man. You don't have to let us
Okay.
know. All right.
My bad.
With
I
a
will see
do-rag.
everyone later. Have a
Oh,
shit,
great
you're leaving.
weekend.
Get out of here, Keith. I'm
All right,
sick
bye.
of your, we need more black people, and you're killing it with us getting more.
Thank
man,
you.
he's the Mark Bernard and you're Kevin Smith.
I love you,
That's
Keith. I'll see you
racist.
later, buddy. Thanks for being here for today.
Hi, Keith. Love you from the heart of
Hey,
my
thank
butt.
Keith.
I'll see you, brother.
Peace.
Okay, so
Eh.
here's a Doctor Who fan casting that just come into mind. Colin Firth.
Yeah, Colin Firth would be good.
I could see
Ray
that
Fiennes
from,
would be good. There's a lot of them.
yeah,
In
I
fact,
could see
I've
that.
even thrown out there Idris Elba.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
He would have been an
He's
excellent Bond, but he'd also be an excellent Doctor Who. A scary fucking Doctor Who that can
Yeah,
kick your
right.
ass. I mean,
I
you look
knew
at him and
I'd
go,
kill you.
yeah, it's like you can just see it. Some guy, hey, doctor, what are you? And he goes,
glad
"You
you
talking?"
put that in
He's
the
like, "Are you
ether.
talking to me, mate?" And
It's gonna happen now.
No, I was talking to somebody else, man. It wasn't you.
They like their Doctor Who's to have like be older with the gray hair and black don't crack. So I think there's hope. I think you just put it in the ether, and that Idris Elba's going to be Doctor
Yeah,
Who
black
in
don't
like
crack.
20 years.
I think he would be a really good candidate.
Yeah.
But Hugh Grant, I'm going to enjoy it if he does get it. I will get it as long as they don't fucking do any more of the woke shit. But I will say this: even with the first season, there were 2 good episodes. That first season with Dipshit as the Doctor, and with Chibnall, and I actually enjoyed those 2 episodes. And I've always said this, and I stand by it: if you give me something that's well written, I will ignore your wokeness. And just enjoy the story. I just look for good writing.
That's
So-
the problem, though. That's the inherent problem because the ideology becomes the focus. Getting the message out is the same.
Well,
thing
identity politics
happens
ends
to
up becoming
Christian
too
movies.
important to where the story can't get told correctly. I mean, my big problem, and Keith's too, we've talked about this ad nauseum. The problem with Hawkeye was, where was his fucking backstory? Why do you call it Hawkeye and not give his backstory?
Hey,
because they don't think people would watch a Kate Bishop, so they just use the familiarity.
Yeah, I know that. I get that. But that was why we said it didn't do well.
Yeah.
It had so many problems. All their shows have problems because they dwell in dumb areas, man.
what's with we
is
have a
that
new
molested
guest.
Elmo? It looks like molested Elmo.
We have a new guest. You're muted,
Tickle me,
bro.
hell
You're
no.
muted, mate. You got to turn on your microphone.
Yeah, and your name was like, what's your name now?
My
buddy?
name is Fred Neck.
Fred
Parrot
Neck.
Head was calling me out, and I'm Elmo's uncle. I'm also a disabled man. I only got one arm.
I noticed that.
Um,
I didn't
I
want
was
to say
playing
anything.
with some
Your maker couldn't afford a
Tannerite.
second one.
Well, there is technically that, but I was playing with Tannerite. That's more my backstory if we want to break the fourth wall. So, yeah.
Hey, you know what? I just
Yeah.
realized there is another option. I mean, if you want to go for muscular man that will get the women to watch, Henry Cavill as Doctor Who.
No, he's
One-
in everything.
He would fucking do it in a heartbeat, but yeah, he's just all
Yeah.
over the place right now.
Here's
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing. Here's the thing.
He's
Just
uber
like I
geeky.
said with
He is a geek. That's another important
with
fact.
Idris Elba, same thing I said with him. Great idea in like 15, 20 years.
It's sort of like the way I complain about DC and MCU dipping into the same fucking pool of actors. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Get
That's
another name in there for Christ.
Well,
I don't
maybe
want
we
to
just
see
need to have
Jared
more
Leto as
talented people
different
on the
characters.
earth.
Jared
Yeah,
Leto, hold on. Jared Leto isn't enough stuff. Stop fucking casting him.
That's why I want to see unknown or someone who's really lesser known. I want somebody to come out there and just like, wow. I mean, I've never heard of Christopher Eccleston before he took the role of Doctor Who. I mean, I don't know how big of an actor he was. I think if he would have had a season or two more, people would be sit back and see how good he was.
My introduction to him was G.I. Joe. That's why I keep calling him Destro. And then when I saw him in Thor, and Thor was not great, Thor: The Dark World, I was like, I even kept referring. I was like, oh, that's Destro. Like, you know what I mean? And now I know. Oh, wow, he was Doctor Who. Okay, and I haven't seen him in anything else. Is he still working? Does he do stuff?
Oh, yeah. He's done a
Yeah, he
lot
does
of
stuff.
dude.
Oh, okay.
He does a lot of stage work too. But my introduction to him was with what's her name from Titanic?
Rose.
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he did a movie, a British film. God, I'm trying to remember the name of the film. He ends up committing suicide at the end of the film. It's so fucking depressing.
And you say
But
I
I
bring the
really-
show down. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Bye.
Not a lot.
Oh, and he was in Existence too.
Mhm.
I remember Minette.
What, Jude Law?
He was in a movie with Jude Law too, with Shallow Grave. He's been in quite a few indie British films.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, oh wait, that's it. The name of the movie was Jude, where he's trying to survive with his wife. The entire family sleeps in one bed, him and his wife and all the kids. And he realizes that, you know, she fell in love with him and not with the rich guy, and went with him, and he can't support him. And he figures that she would do better without him, so he hangs himself at the end of the film. It's really it's a downer of film. I could never watch it more than once. It's like, but it really sticks to your craw, you know. It just, you don't forget movies like that.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Did I ever tell you about that time I found my best friend's?
Jesus Christ, dude. Stop fucking with me.
You know, if I could go back in time and there was two actors I always wish I could see play Doctor Who. One's American and one's American, but via England. The first one, who was the American, Robert Preston. After seeing him, of course, in Last Starfighter, I thought this guy would make a great doctor. If there's an American to be cast as a doctor, it would be him.
Especially
The other one,
especially at that age.
Yeah. Exactly. And then the other one, and it was after watching Fright Night that really went home to
Roddy
me.
McDowell.
Roddy McDowell.
Who's British.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he's American, but via, from Britain.
Yeah.
So those are the two. If I could go back in time and grab,
He
two
was a
actors to play
Vincent
Doctor-
Price character from that.
Yeah, in
movie.
fact, his character was named after two.
Okay,
very
I
important.
have a solution for this. I know how you could get a name and still cast unknown. You cast Sean Bean, and he generates at the end of the episode.
That's
Yeah,
fucking genius.
Have him for 5 minutes. He generates as the new doctor and dies
Oh
and
my
regenerates
God.
as somebody else. That'd be fucking funny.
Fuck 5 minutes.
Anthony
The first
Draven,
90 seconds.
he is in Highlander. Rumors are that he is playing the Highlander, but there's a lot of people out there speculating that he's playing the Kurgan. I have
Oh,
doubt.
he'd be
He'd
be
make
great as a
either one.
You could do
But-
either one, but God, he would be a badass
And,
bad
They
guy.
announced Highlander, but until it's actually in production,
I won't
it's
watch
taped
House of
up.
Gucci. It's too depressing of a story because I know the story. So
Also, I don't like Lady Gaga very much.
Oh wow,
Eric-
you just burned a bridge with Broken Birds. That's what her name is about. She loves Lady Gaga.
actually Parrothead.
Yeah,
I
so
would
it's
think
Kate
Malcolm
Winslet.
McDowell would make a great master. Malcolm
And if
McDowell
you
would make a great
Broken
master.
Birds, Amanda, go watch that movie. It's called Jude, Jude, and it stars Chris Eccleston and Kate Winslet. It's a really powerful film, but depressing. So prepare to
Dr. Destro, nice.
How about Carl Urban from the Star Trek movies? Like,
England, they
No,
don't cast
he's in
people
everything.
outside Britain.
yeah, he's in everything, but he's a geek boy though.
Yeah.
He at least was for Dread. I don't know if he's like a geek or if he's just
No,
geeky
Malcolm
about
McDowell
character.
would have made a good master.
Yeah, he'd be a
You
great
absolutely would have been perfect. When they did the American film, that's who they should have got to play the master because that was a perfect time for him. He was getting older, just starting to get older, and perfect. He's got those fucking angry eyes. So, oh my God,
yeah.
I can't wait to tell Steven and Sean Bean jokes when we get home. Okay.
Hey, if you ever
That's
get a
her
chance
man.
to-
That's her husband, fiance, whatever. So yeah.
If you ever get a chance to check out Wing Commander 4, because he plays the villain in that,
Mhm.
opposite of Mark Hamill.
I
Hamill.
was
There's
about to say
some
Mark
great
Hamill's in
scenes
that, and
with-
Biff is in that, and because I actually played that game.
Yeah.
Now I will tell you, with Carl Urban, my buddy Josh Becker directed him. He was the one who introduced him to the world in one of his episodes of Xena.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
on that
nice.
episode, Amanda. I'll have to send you that link so you can check it out. Yeah,
Yeah, because Caesar was his first like big role, right?
Yeah.
because apparently he was called Cupid, right? Isn't that what you guys said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cupid.
Yeah.
You know what I was sad though? Sir Derek Jacobi didn't play the master longer in Doctor Who.
No, I'm
Oh,
going to tell you
God.
right now, Rusty, you are completely right. the character he plays in Star Trek Generations is the Master.
Yeah.
He's duplicitous and evil.
Yeah.
Oh God, I just realized. Speaking of Xena, you know who would have been a great master? Unfortunately, he died. Kevin Smith, the guy that played Ares in Xena.
Yeah,
he played
Ares.
Ares.
Yeah, that we talked
It's so
about him
sad
too.
how he died too. It's just so fucking depressing.
It's how he got his career start too. That's the weird part.
Yeah, and I want to bring this up before we go. I think this is interesting. On geekosity.com, Daredevil reboot will feature comic accurate Bullseye.
Thank God.
And this was written by Mikey Sutton himself. So go read it yourself. It's on geekositymag.com. Geekositymag.com. Go check it out. Great scoops and news on that website. And we are good friends with Mikey Sutton, and that's why we do our show on Thursdays. Every Thursday at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Watch The Scoop Zone, where we break down all of his scoops.
And where can you find his scoops again? What was that website?
At geekositymag.com.
So in other words, we're getting a different Bullseye from the season 3 Daredevil.
Yeah, we're getting a
the
comic
Ben
accurate
Affleck
one.
movie. Yeah, it's not going to be either.
Yeah,
of the
he
two.
was only good all the way up until the airplane. I mean, to the airplane scene.
Yeah.
And then
no.
after that, just garbage. I
They
hated
can
that
make
fucking
it-
Bullseye.
I'm telling you, they can make it work. I've got enough. Like,
Well,
after
with
you see-
Feige in charge, he's going to make the right changes.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. Feige shit the bed with Phase 4, but I still have a lot of faith in him to
you say that, man, but
do
we
something.
disagree on a lot because the reason I was just about to say I have full faith in how he's going to make Bullseye look, or Marvel in general, is I really dug how Falcon looked as the new Captain America, and I know like we're on opposite ends of that argument or
No.
whatever, but
No,
Oh, okay.
my problem with that series was the race baiting and the.
You gotta
finger
do
pointing.
better, Gary. You gotta do better.
You do better. You should do better. It's not on me. It's not on us. It's you.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you made me remember that. That's right. I fucking got
Here we go. Here we
There
go.
you go. Here we go. Hold on. This one first.
Are you Toby?
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
And I want to give this one. This is to you, from me personally, Baron. To you.
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole.
You love me. You really love me, Gary.
This one is for Floral.
The other day, I went up to my girlfriend. I said, you know, I'd like a little pussy. She said, me too. Mine's as big as a house.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
I felt a little left out the other day there when you're doing everybody, but you didn't have one for me. Now I feel loved. I feel
And for
loved.
those of you who think that CBS is going to fucking fix everything they fucked up with Star Trek,
all the mileage you can out of that thing.
I'm not getting rid of it, dude.
That's true.
I fucking made that with a mission. I actually was like, I made that just
See?
so I can fucking use it every once in a while.
See, the station's real name is not CBS, as in the letters. It's SEEBS.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, one last thing before we go is this. I'll show what someone just shared. How Dan Stevens simulated the strangeness of humanity to play a German robot in I'm Your Man. I've watched that film. I didn't think it was that good a film, but he was fucking awesome in it.
He's a brilliant actor, I tell you.
The ending of it annoyed me. That's your typical feminist ending. You know,
Hey, Marge, are you okay?
Nobody can
Sounds like
find
you've had one too many
happiness
packs of
when it
smokes.
comes to
Oh, sorry.
relationships, because that'll show dependence on someone of another sex. It's like, that is such a fucking weak argument.
Yeah, God forbid women find happiness with a man's dick.
She, you know, because he was discovering actual emotions. And the fact that he sat there at the end, I don't want to say what happens, but that he sat there and waited just shows like, oh my God, what a great character. And the way he delivered that line when she showed up, I'm like, oh my God, what a great scene. But
He's amazing.
I was depressed by that ending because I'm like, this story needed to have a better ending than this.
Wait. Floral from Under a Rock looks more like Oscar from Under a Rock.
Oscar the Grouch? No, he's in a trash can.
Or Floral the Grouch.
There is no Floral the Grouch.
I know. I just made that up because that's Floral, but instead from Under the.
And Floral has more of a beard than Oscar.
It's true, and they don't have like the washing machine fur.
But Floral wasn't. Floral
my love for Muppets
yellow or
is
red.
So true because I had all of the Muppets as they made them available from 1972 through 73. They put out Ernie, Bert, Kermit, and Oscar and Cookie Monster. I got them all, and they put a big bird out, but he wasn't a puppet. He was just a stand-up that you could put your arm up in. It was really kind of weird. It looked like it was his asshole if you were shoving his hand in.
Yeah, no, my mom, I don't know if she's still in there, but she raised me right, man. Fraggle Rock, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you what my nickname in the 80s was when I was in that one band? This girl kept calling me Boober.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, who the fuck is Boober? Because I had hair so long it went over my face. And I'd always have to pull it back with a rubber band, but if I didn't, it was just like plop in my face. And she goes, "You're my Boober," and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck Boober is, but I'm glad you're saying mine.
Yeah. Why do you think I like on the thing I was saying earlier, Babylon 5 so much? It's like like I thought Muppets were real until like I found out Santa Claus wasn't. You know what I mean?
You know, going back to Babylon 5 and Doctor Who, you know, I would have liked it if Joe had been able to actually become the showrunner for Doctor Who.
Yes.
He was trying to do that earlier.
Yeah, and in defense of what you're saying, Dan, when I was a kid, I thought all cartoon characters were naked under the clothes that they were drawn in. My child mind thought that if they ripped their cartoon clothes off, they would be naked.
And folks, that's how Gary draws for his stuff. They're all naked first, then puts the clothes on.
It's true. I draw the vaginas and the penises first.
He showed us the work.
Masturbating furiously, then he puts the clothes on.
But you know, you're absolutely right, though. I would have loved to have seen JMS take the mantle of Doctor Who. He's about the only American I could see doing that show because he has such a love of, so much of British science fiction influenced him as much as, American science fiction. And he would have been respectful to the property. You know it.
Well, I also would have liked, if he was still alive, because he was partnered on Babylon 5, him and Harlan Ellison together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Gary
can't be so
violated his
vulgar.
Muppets. Okay.
What?
Probably
I
did.
would think about it. Every Muppet is in essence being.
Anytime you put your hand up the backside, you're violating them. Did you ask?
Hello,
Gary.
I'm Kermit the Frog.
Gary had the colonoscopy prostate examination big bird when he was growing up because he was just standing there and.
Well, the funny
That's the thing.
is-
So what you do is if you're getting that prostate exam, just pretend you're a puppet. Be like, "Hey, doc, do a voice impression." And then just move your mouth.
River.
when my dad, and I'm going to use a weird word here, kidnapped me, and he did, and fled Arizona to move me all the way to Virginia to hide out.
Yeah.
I traveled with one Muppet, Oscar, but I renamed him to Joey, as he was my imaginary best friend when I was 8. And I used to sit and talk to him all the time. And I would do my best Oscar voice, do it at the time. But
Let's
I
hear it.
love that
Go,
fucking Muppet.
Go.
And then he went on to star
I'm
in
an adult
Friends,
now.
where he
Yeah,
was less
coward.
lifelike.
When I think of Oscar the Grouch, I think of bitch, I live in a fucking trash can. I'm the poorest motherfucker on Sesame Street.
Right. Get on with it.
I think of Dave Chappelle. That's what I think of.
But my dog just my dog has bedhead right now. Her hair's all like a mohawk. She woke up and she's like looking around like, what the fuck was that? Are you okay, baby doll?
That was me
my
doing a
dog
Dave
freaked out.
Chappelle impersonation. I probably broke glass while I was doing it. Sorry.
Parrot head Gary violated his Muppets. Yes, Gary violates his Muppet several times a day.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
There you go. That's how you
Dylan.
Dylan.
I've seen that meme where Kermit the Frog is in a fetal position in the bathtub. I'm kind of imagining that's what happened to Gary's Muppets.
Yeah, Brett, I have a story from the Army when my ex-girlfriend thought I had given her an STD, which I didn't. I went and I had a test done.
Where's that at?
And when I saw that little wood stem with the cotton swab on the end, I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those. Okay, great. And so he's like, will you please hold it out, extend it, and open the end? And I'm like, dude, man, buy me a fucking trank first. And I said that, and the doctor laughed. And then he stuck it in, and I was like, I got that look of like that. And then he turned it, and I went, the hills are alive with the sound of music. I really fucking did that. I sang that, and everybody started laughing because it was the only thing I could think to do to fucking counteract the fucking pain of having something spun around inside me.
Have any of you guys had a catheter before?
Yeah, I'm a combat medic, dude.
God,
we all catheterize.
yes.
Yeah, that's
urethra. He found it.
Yeah, man.
Propane in your urethra.
Yeah, it's really sad. I always feel bad for girls because, like, male urethra is however long from their bladder, their penis.
Yeah,
girls have the worst.
Amanda, why are you telling
their
people you're the
urethra
crazy
is
cat
only
lady?
this long, and that is why females are so susceptible to UTIs and more medical stuff from being in medical school and all that shit.
They have,
but I do
they
feel
have
bad
more
for women.
nerves clustered together in close succession. So,
Yes.
ooh.
It's just bad. That's why when I kicked my sister in the crotch, she crumpled over and almost died. And I was like, she doesn't have balls. Why did this happen? And my dad was like going, there's other things down there, son, that have the same effect. And
I don't know, man. It's not that. No, fuck no. When you punt a bitch or you kick a dude in the balls, there's no comparison. Come on.
no, it's worse for men. It really is,
Yeah,
but it is bad for women. It's very painful because there's a nerve plexus there. But you can actually kill a dude kicking him in the crotch.
Yeah, dude.
Which, you know,
that's why when I
going back
watch
to being
movies where you
bad.
see somebody kicking someone in the crotch, I'm like going, every kick is a potential death.
So I'll never, ever,
Kick
ever
me in the
forget this.
chimney.
My first ex-wife, we were at my uncle's house. It was me and Devin and her. Devin's my oldest son, was our kid with her. And I was, I'm a smart ass, and I try to be funny, I guess. I don't know. So I said something. I don't even remember what I said, but she got so pissed because I made her the butt of the joke. She literally kicked me as hard as she could in the balls in front of my entire family and our son. And I thought I was going to die. I really did. I instantly fell over.
Yeah, you get nauseous.
Dude, I thought I was going to throw
Some
up.
people do throw up.
Yeah.
It's just it's fucked up with it is not this.
And boom goes the dynamite.
You see
so much worse than that.
You see stars, you're digging and scratching, you're trying to mutter stuff, but you can't because it's just everything.
You're speaking in tongues.
No, I do weed whacking as part of some of my job, and every so often the stone will decide to hit in that particular area, and it stings like a mother.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was working in the wood shop, one guy was saying about how they had the
we got wood whacking, we got working on the wood shop.
We got wood.
Oh, gosh.
I never heard that term, clit hit.
Doing a submarine job here.
Yeah, pinching the clit, it hurts them too.
But they had one of those.
Not that I've ever done that.
One of those pieces that was just vibrating with the saw, and then it kicked back at the guy and right into the happy sacks. He said he basically crawled the best he could out the door and was vomiting, cussing out the world what was happening. It's like, it's not fun.
And I will tell you, when you're seeing somebody, like the meanest, funniest thing I ever did to a girl when she was crawling over me naked, and her boobs came up in my face. I went, boobity, boobity, boobity.
Oh, God.
But she was the same one. She was notorious for graze slapping my dick and hitting my balls, really. she would graze swat him. And those are the weirdest things because you go, oh, that should have, oh, and then you double over. It's a delayed reaction when you get graze swatted. It's like, and I'm saying graze swatted. It's like, it's just, it barely touched it. And you're like, oh, that should have hurt. Oh, it didn't, but oh, and then you double over. It's a delayed reaction. It's funny as hell.
Actually,
Graze
so here's what's
swatting
worse than
sounds
that,
like
though.
some
Okay.
future crime incoming. After swatting, just graze swatting.
Yeah.
Worse than that, though, is kids.
And please,
You guys
everybody,
can talk
I-
about all those
I
kinds of
have
things. You
been-
get kids.
Every
Oh,
one of
geez.
my kids has fucking pile drive me in the crotch.
Mhm.
My dog, this dog right here, will run full speed and go head first right into my crotch.
See, that's
and I-
one thing. But it's when they're walking away and the tail slaps you. Ugh.
I
You
had
know-
a friend who had a bunch of cats, and the
Never had
cats
that
would
happen.
love
No?
because the
Oh,
Henty
jeez.
clawed them. So the cats would love to claw onto my crotch area and then start, laying their claws in and then stabbing me there. At which point I would go, "Get the fuck off!"
hmm My ex had a little kitten and it would crawl up the bed, and then it's like, oh, little fuzzies, going after my happy sack. It's like when you were talking about the time you got bit, Gary, that came to mind about the kitten going.
Yeah,
after my happy
I'm
sack.
going to
We're
save
learning
that whole
about,
story for
your
another
anatomy
episode.
now, huh?
Oh
I
yeah,
will-
yeah.
I'm going to do an episode where I tell fucked up stories of Gary's life, just to see how people laugh their asses off at the fucked up shit that's happened to me.
And ladies
It's
and gentlemen,
pretty fucked up.
and don't forget to buy Gary's book, 25 Ways to Kill a Man by Kicking Him in the Nuts. It's at your local bookstores. Proceeds do go to charity.
I have a quote that was stolen by Chuck Dixon and used in one of his stories. Because when I posted it, he's like, I'm stealing this and I'm not going to give you credit for it. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. Of which I told a guy when I was in the Army, he was wanting to fight. And I turned to him, I said, you don't even realize I can kill you more ways than you know how to die. And everybody's like, that's a fucking awesome thing to say to somebody. It scared him because he was like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm like going, I'm going to fuck you up, dude. Before you even throw your first punch, I'm going to fuck you up. And back in those days, I could fuck somebody up. I'm too old now.
One of my
Doug,
favorite ones is your attempts at heroism were notable but pointless.
what do I didn't mean? I didn't understand that, Shinatsky. Say that again.
Oh, your attempts at heroism were notable but pointless. That's one of my favorite little put downs.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's like I shit bigger than you. It's when I said to somebody.
I got corn in my crap bigger than you.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bad movie ones is I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
Yeah, I would never say that, but that's awesome.
No. I would never say that either. It's a good line, though. Still a good line. I wouldn't use it, but good line.
Just don't drop the soap.
What movie is that from? I've heard that before, and it's bugging me now.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. I need to get a video of that now. I need to get
thrown out.
I need to have Peter going Roadhouse. But what did you say? Stephen can literally kill you in one hit. Infantrymen are hot. Stephen who?
Seagal.
That's her man. No, that's her man. No,
Oh, her
Steven
man.
Seagal.
Yeah. And I agree. You know, it was funny because I wanted to be a Marine Corps hospital corpsman, but I found out that in order to be a hospital corpsman for the Marines, you had to join the Navy. So I went to the Navy recruiter and I said, I want to be a Marine hospital corpsman. He says, well, you would have to join the Navy and you would go through the corpsman program. And then you have only a 20% chance of joining a Marine unit. I said, so what you're saying is an 80% chance of having to do Navy shit. And he's like, yes. I said, okay, I'm going to the Army. Thanks. I left and he got really irritated with me that I did that. And I went in the Army and became a combat medic. And I wanted to go infantry all the way. Infantry is it.
I remember hearing a story about one guy. He sat back and said he did not want to go to the Marine Corps. He hated the Marine Corps, didn't want anything to do with the Marine Corps. So he joined the Navy, became a corpsman. And what happened? He got sent over to the Marines.
There's
The
always
last
that
thing
chance.
he wanted.
It's a 20% chance. If your MOS is a hospital corpsman in the Navy, you will get to go in the Marine Corps. But it's an 80% chance you're going to do a horrible job on a ship or on a port. And as a corpsman, it's like, no, thank you. I want to be around infantry people. I like soldiers. I like grunts, and that's what we call each other, grunts. And that's both Marine Corps and Army. We are referred to as grunts.
Now, I want to know: is that because you guys got to do the work, or is that because you guys
Exactly,
the Greek approach?
We call it like there's a lot of marching, and we call that humping.
Humping the boonies.
Very nice. No, every department at the base I work at, like every year, someone else is in charge of a particular building, just without fail. So it's like, oh, you're in charge of the galley. Yeah, what's up with it? You remember what the other guy was telling you about? No? Okay, that's fine. No reason.
I got put on KP one time because they didn't want to put me on KP, but you have to. Every soldier has to do KP at least once. So my drill sergeants put me on milk duty. All I had to do was keep refreshing the milk, make sure that the milk didn't run out. But I stood next to the machine at the AD's position. And I had a drill sergeant walk up to me and wanted me to go do something else. I said, Sergeant, I cannot leave this post without properly being relieved. And he stopped and he looked at me like, what? I said, I cannot leave my post unless I'm properly relieved. That is my first general order. Your post? I said, yes, Drill Sergeant. My job is to protect this milk from enemies, all foreign and domestic. And he just he looked at me like, what the fuck? Oh, hi. I didn't know you were coming back. Yeah, I'm alive right now.
Gary was on a literal milk run.
Hi, whoever you are.
This drill sergeant just looked at me like, hey, you. And he just turned and just looked at somebody else. You, come with me. Because he got tired of dealing with me. He turned to give me another look when he walked away. It's like, who the fuck are you?
He's the new French guy for late.
Yeah.
That's like Tackleberry in Police Academy.
Yeah, and in fact, the one where the guy fires, I think it was the second one where he fires a shotgun and then spins and the gun is pointed at everybody and everybody hits the ground except Tackleberry. Because anybody that knows guns knows that that weapon isn't a threat until he jacks that shell out and pops a new one in. He hadn't done that. So
I think it's the third or fourth one where he just comes with a gun and he fires off. And then they turn on the lights, and there's an old man with a milk cart, and it has a hole in it. And the kids run, and they go, "Oh, Grandpa!" He's just like scared out of his mind.
This one is for Martin Acosta Santana.
I like you. You have balls. I like balls.
There you go.
Very
There's your answer. But I'm going to wind up because the wife is here, and I didn't know they were back from the farmhouse. So, and we've been on it for 2 hours. Jesus Christ!
All right.
We can cover the chat here. LOL.
Let's see. One last line I've always loved. Girl did some scummy stuff. There's like this Shinigami death god in front of her, and because she knows she's kind of screwed, it's like, fine, go ahead, take me. And the little Shinigami god looks down. It's like, you're not even worth taking, and it just flies off.
Meh. Well, I want to give everybody a chance here, so I'm going to do Floral. There you go, Floral. Where can people find you, my friend?
You can see my name right there, Floral from Under a Rock. That's the YouTube channel. And so we do random crap. Wednesdays, we got the show going on, Protocol, do an interview, followed up with the new game that we're doing, YouTuber Showdown. All inspired by Loki's Morning of Mischief, where he talked about YouTubers and drama. So we're feeding totally into that. So, yep.
Awesome. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Thank you, Floral. Baron.
Right on.
There you go, buddy.
Hey, of course, you can find me at my channel.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. That was awesome.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Go for it.
I think he likes me. Okay, but you can find me at my channel. I did post it in the chat there. I do my shows usually on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. This week I'm going to have Rough Girl on, who haunts around some of the chats at her own channel. And of course, every Sunday with 24/7 Fusion Media at his site, along with Fat Steven Seagal and Vigilante Williamson. We're the four primetime kings. Show I was at before I came over here. So please join us usually at 5:15 Central Standard Time in the evening. So that's where you can find me.
Woohoo! And of course, our good friend Shinatsky. Where can we find you, man?
On YouTube, channel name is also Shinatsuke.
You should have a wrench, so if you want to post it in the chat, go right for it.
Yeah, I'll do that. But you can just look up. It's literally spelt the same. Other than that,
Shinatsuki,
I'm doing
got it.
some writing and I'm trying to get some stuff produced, and Mexican Iron Man's helping with that. And that's all I can really say.
You have a very limited vocabulary, my friend. I'm sorry to hear that was all you had to say. All right.
Did you like mine? Did you
Wait,
like
wait.
mine? Did I pass muster with mine?
I think I
No.
tune out with you all the time.
I do not too.
Daniel. That's right. I called you what your mom calls you, Daniel. So, Dork Knight, where can we find you other than at Dork Knight LV?
So I actually just put a link in the live chat on the YouTube stream. After I get off this, I'm going to finish posting the pictures I was working on all day. I appreciate
This
you
is the
giving me
link
a little-
here.
Yes. So cossplayersalliance.org is it's a 501c3 nonprofit organization that works with multiple children's groups. In fact, last night I was fortunate enough to work with the Spread the Word charity. I don't know if you can see that, but we were all the Wizard of Oz characters, and they looked amazing. I'll show you next time. They look like they stepped right off the screen of Wizard of Oz, and this is the type of experience that we give children who are in different situations, whether they be homeless shelters, abuse centers, hospitals, cancer treatment facilities, like you name it. Anytime. And we work with a lot of other charities as well, like St. Jude's and Adam's Place and things like that. So anytime anybody reaches out to us, we do across any fandom, like I just showed you the Wizard of Oz thing, whether it's comic books, that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Disney princesses, it doesn't matter. We come out there and we try to, mostly with younger kids, because we want them to suspend disbelief and believe that they're talking to the real, Belle or the real, Spider-Man or whatever, just to give them an escape from their shitty situation. So if you're interested in supporting me, check out that web address, cossplayersalliance.org. And thank
Outstanding.
you.
Thank you, Dan. There you go.
He makes me feel
and of
so
course, our
significant
good
now.
friend Deleted, who did not join us tonight because he doesn't know shit about Doctor Who, but I told him to come anyway, but he doesn't. But he's in the chat, and he is 3 subs away from 50. Let's go, folks. Please subscribe to Deleted Scene. There's his link. He's a fun guy. I love Steven. He's a great
I've subscribed. I am 3 subs away from 3. So that's awesome. Like
You're 3 subs away from 3.
And, I have like 731. I've never tried to grow my channel at all.
I'm 4 subs away from 150.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Now, Broken Birds, I will say this to you. Hey, garimasu. There you go.
Oh, hey, man. She speaks Japanese, actually. So
don't touch the mustache. I can't remember. I was told that one. Don't touch the mustache. But I do know how to count to 100 in Japanese.
Oh, I know how to do that in Spanish, but I don't know how to understand when Cece's talking
I can do
shit
it in
to
German,
me.
French, Italian, 7 languages other than in English. I can count to 100. German, each Nissan Shigo Roko is Japanese, and then German is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Nobody cares, dude.
I want him to go to the full 100.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Shang-Chi sucks. That's Japanese.
Yep. And with that, I think we should just fucking end this show because my wife's here. I need to go find out what's going on. Because apparently my nephew-in-law ripped his finger off today.
Oh,
nice.
I've done that once.
Congratulations.
That's a story
I
for another
watched
time.
one of my childhood best friends push a barn door open when we're on a hay baler truck and the back of it. And we're going out and he reached and the hinge went under his school ring.
Ooh.
And it peeled his finger like a banana. And I was like, I was
Very
like,
nice.
I will, and I've never worn
Happened to
rings.
this. I bet my mom, if she's still, I think she left, but happened to this thumb right here. I lived in an apartment complex, and I tried to pick up my bike. I was a little kid. I picked up my bike and tried to put it over the porch thing on the other side, and then I was just going to hop over so I could not have to take it through the house and stuff.
Right.
And my thumb got caught in the chain. And it ripped.
I knew
off,
it was going to be the fucking chain. I knew it.
Yeah, it ripped off like the top. It was disgusting, dude. You could see the top of my thumb bone,
The
and
muscle in the bone.
Yeah. Oh god, my mom had to take me, and they dipped my thumb in like this purple goo. It was fucking weird, man. So it was, yeah, I can really, I can sympathize. Yeah.
Once I was working around the house, and this finger, I got a sliver. It was a really big sliver. It got in there. It really hurt. And it took a while. I got the tweezers and heated them up and pulled it out, and everything's better now.
I once got my dick cut in a cheese grater. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
I can't bite it.
On that very positive note for everyone involved,
let's get the fuck out of here. As we say at Pop Culture Minefield, get off our lawns. We're old guys, so get the fuck off our lawns. And with that, see you guys. See you Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Bye, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Remember, you can find us at Pop Culture Minefield on both Facebook and Instagram. Thank you again.